All right. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Thursday, everybody. All right. This is the Erica effect. All right. And I want to thank you all so very much for being with me here today, because you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me and I appreciate you. All right. So with that being said, y'all, let's make sure that we are doing all of the good things while we are here. Hey, stay on mute. I know Ahmad invited you up, but stay on mute. Thank you. Appreciate you for behaving. Thank you. So, as I was saying, all right, let's make sure that we are doing all of the good things. Let's make sure we are tapping the screen, sharing the live, reposting, knocking out the gift goals, and keep that comment section going. Same thing for you over there, over on the tube, y'all. Hi, tubers. All right. Glad to be back. I know you guys missed me for about the hour and a half that I was gone. All right. But with that being said, tubers, all right, let's make sure that we're doing all the good things over there. If you are new, hi, I'm Erica. All right, make sure that you are subscribing, liking the stream, and also commenting and keeping that going. And again, last thing, and definitely not least though, if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right, and if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. I definitely want to thank you all in advance for everything, because all is accepted and most definitely appreciated. With that being said, if you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. You are the demographic of people I would like to have a conversation with. All right, I'll be opening up the YouTube phone lines in just a second. All right, but it looks like we have someone here, guys. I guess we got to cut the song short. No, we don't. We can still listen to a little bit. This is all. Now they don't understand, make them stand and bow. Hey. Okay, I was finished. I got impatient myself. Okay, hi caller. Are you a Trump supporter? Person on the panel going once. Oh, there you go. Are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay, all right. And for TikTok purposes, Mark, how old are you?
57.
Okay, all right. And so why are you still supporting Trump?
Oh, I will, and America first.
Okay.
He's winning.
Why?
Why not? I mean, the border, look at the border.
Sure.
Look at our military. Look at China, Russia, North Korea, now look at Iran. Yeah, we're powerful now.
Look at China and Russia? Look at Iran?
Yeah, they won't play around with America.
They won't?
Nah, no, they won't.
Sure?
Have they attacked us? No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you said have they attacked us? No. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, they're cowards and they won't.
Sir. Now, wouldn't that kind of go to the point that especially Iran, Iran wasn't an imminent threat? Because you're right, they haven't attacked us. You're right. You're absolutely right. They have not attacked us.
They've always, no, I didn't say, I
didn't. Why are we in this war right
Iran.
Now? I know. I said that would definitely, bring to the point with Iran, right? Is that you're right. They haven't attacked us. They haven't. So why are we at war with them? They haven't attacked us.
Are you telling me that I said they're not attacking us?
Yeah, the question that you did ask was, why haven't they attacked us? Is that what you said?
No. I said Russia and China and North Korea are not going to do a thing about what we're doing in Iran.
You mentioned Iran also, and you never said anything about North Korea, but you did say China and Russia. So
right, and I'm telling you that Iran has been a threat from 1979.
You never said that either. Good God, you're just adding on stuff, aren't you? You never said that either. The fuck are we doing?
Is Trump your president? Is Donald Trump your president?
So are you just going to stick with we won? Is that's what we're doing here? We won. Is that your argument?
Well, Barack Obama's no longer the president. Thank God we got rid of him.
I mean, Barack Obama hasn't been president for 10 years. What are you even talking about? Why are you bringing up Obama?
Thank God that we don't have him anymore.
I don't think that you're actually able to have a linear thought, sir. Okay. So, because you're
Well,
not,
we
you're
don't
not
have the
well.
Indian lady Kamala in
And
running in.
oh, you just
Kamala
came to
was
be
an
a
Indian
bigot.
lady.
You just came to be a bigot and think
Bigot. Oh, I'm a
I'm
Democrat.
gonna,
I
you
hate
think I'm
Trump.
gonna fall for that?
Oh, I hate Trump. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
You're not good at this. You're not good at this,
Donald
nor are
Trump
you.
is your
You're
president.
smart. You're not smart either.
990 days left.
I'm glad you've been counting, but you're not smart either.
990.
And
Tomorrow
it's
will
kind
be
of sad.
989.
Yeah,
How
this
are
is
you
kind of
going
sad.
to how are you going to last?
And here's the thing, right?
And he'll
Here's the
still be
thing.
the president a year from now.
His policies will actually affect you negatively before they impact me. I just want to let you know that.
If you say so.
Yeah, you're poor. So there's that. You're poor.
Oh, how do you know?
You're poor because people who
How do
actually have
you
any type of people
know?
who have any type of actual standing within society don't behave as you do. But it's okay. We understand. We
You
get
have
it.
something sticking out of
You
your
do.
nose.
You got it, partner.
You
You
got to
got
take it out. Take that
There
thing
we
out of your
go.
nose. Looks like an ugly booger in your nose.
This is what in the hell?
You'd be referencing a piece of
Snoop
bling on the
Dogg voted
surface
for
of
Trump.
your nose,
Mika,
sir.
we don't do that here, Mika. Chill out. We don't do that here. We don't engage in any type of ableism here.
Lake and
What were you
Riley.
saying, Hector? What the heck was that?
I was simply going to comment on. I was going to ask him, when's the last time Russia and China attacked us?
Yeah.
Because he said they're not going to mess with us. I was like, when's the last time they did?
He also didn't remember his argument because he did say Iran. He never said North Korea, but that was funny.
Then he saw some bling on the surface of your nose and he said it was in your nose. So I really hope your Medicaid isn't so expensive that you're no longer able to, get a proper pair of bifocals.
Because
that was
work. This is wicked. I'm sorry. That was a hell of a way to start the live. I got nothing. Bruh, Trump supporters, request up. You're the demographic of people we'd like to have a conversation with. Weird. Hector, help. Can you check the request for me, by the way? I'm trying to multitask. I'm really good at it. It's warm in here today. I'm about to tell Bubba to touch the thermostat. That's what
you got that one kid in the request that runs every single time. So if he stays in the request long enough, I'll give him a chance. 904, Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I just want to know, why do y'all protest for PDFs?
We don't. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Yo, hold on. You don't?
No, we don't.
So when you're out there going against ICE, protesting for illegal immigration, that's not what you're doing?
We're not protesting for illegal immigration.
When you support illegal immigration as a whole, you're supporting the bad ones and the good ones.
When they're answering the questions that you asked. Is that a common thing that you do?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So today I'm Ashwagandha Hector, so I'd like to keep it that way. So Ashwagandha Hector responds, we are not protesting for illegal immigration into the United States because it is quite literally that illegal. We are protesting for due process, which is warranted for every single person within the jurisdiction of the United States per the Constitution.
Lies.
That's what we would be protesting for, especially when we are challenging documents of legal citizens, American born and otherwise, in the United States.
That is lies. That is complete lies. When people say they when people say they don't
syrup on it, don't make it pancakes. All right,
goddamn.
Just because you say it's a lie doesn't make it a lie. All right,
I was going to explain why, but you cut me
off.
Go
ahead. Explain why. The fuck? As if you didn't cut Hector off, but okay, you got it.
Y'all cut me off. What are you talking about? You already cut me off.
Explain.
When you were out there, when you were out there protesting for illegal immigration as a whole, and don't say you're not protesting for illegal immigration, because when people say when Trump supporters say they are against illegal immigrants, y'all call them racist. Y'all say we're racist because we don't want illegal immigrants here. You say it's racist.
Sir, that is a
Do you
gross
not? Hold on. Do you not?
mischaracterization
Do
of
you
the left's
not?
position.
Do you
You say
not?
it's racist based off the demographic of people that he
No.
challenges, including legal immigrants into the United States, predominantly from brown countries and Arab countries? Yes.
And
Bro,
additionally,
you could
the
try to make it. You
reasoning,
could try to make it sound educated all you want, but what y'all
additionally,
are
the
doing is
reasoning
y'all
that you
are.
give, excuse me,
Thank you, Queen.
additionally, the
Go ahead.
reason
Go
that
ahead.
you all actually give for wanting to go after undocumented immigrants. So there's that part. So can
We
you tell us
we watch y'all.
why?
Hold on. We watch y'all on the streets every
Tell us why.
day, all over. Are you gonna listen? We watch y'all on the streets every day, all over America,
Tell us
protesting,
why.
protesting to stop ICE, protesting to stop ICE from arresting these people, people that have been committed, actually convicted and charged with PDF crimes. And y'all
How
are
do you know
protesting
that?
for these people.
How do you
Wait,
know that?
look it up.
Because
Do you
per
think? Hold
the
on.
most
Do you
recent
think
data, I'm
none of
so
them have been?
sorry, sir. Excuse me. You don't get to just steamroll.
You keep
Like,
cutting
calm
me
down.
off.
Calm down. Seriously, I think you need to understand how the conversation works. You can't say that they are going after
Yeah, I'm
violent
doing
criminals
that.
when, in fact, that the most recent study from the Cato Institute, right, actually shows that only 5% of those in ICE detention centers, I want to say detainment, but in ICE detention centers have a violent record, and the majority, so over 73%.
And you're saying that's
excuse
okay
me, one
because it's
moment,
only
I'm not finished
5%?
giving you the numbers. And over 73% of the people within those detention centers have no criminal record at all. So again, you misunderstand exactly what's being protested
It
here.
doesn't matter
It is
if
the
only 3 of them
treatment
have a
of the
criminal
It is
record.
the treatment of the people. I'm
This
so
is so
sorry.
confusing for her.
You keep interrupting for some reason, and I don't know why you keep doing that.
You cut me off in the
No,
first
I was giving you the stats to refute what it is that you said.
None of the
And
stat.
as
None
I
of
was
this
giving you the
stats.
stats, you interrupted me. I don't understand why. That doesn't make any sense.
Because none of the stats matter. It doesn't matter if it's only 3 of them that have committed these crimes. If you are sticking up for them,
I would
you're
like to
sticking
finish
up
what
for
it
a
is that
fucking
I was
PDF. Do you
saying.
not understand that?
And so, as I was saying, is
Yeah, you can
that,
sugarcoat it however you want.
It's not about, all right, wanting to have people come in here outside of a port of entry. Nobody is wanting that. And I think you need to understand
You're not
that.
wanting to
So
get rid
with
of them.
that
That's the
being
problem.
said, excuse me, one moment. With that being said, it
You
is
won't
about
shut
the
up.
treatment of people. Well, you keep prolonging it because you keep interrupting. I understand it's hard for you to exercise impulse control.
No, what you're doing is
due
you're
to
sitting
your
here
frontal
rambling on,
lobe
trying to
not
make
being
yourself
fully
sound
developed,
smart.
but
When the
there's
fact of the
that.
matter is, y'all are protesting for illegal immigration. Y'all are going
Okay,
against ICE, stopping them from removing people from this country that have committed PDF crimes. You can
Sure.
sugarcoat it however you want,
Yeah,
but
you
you
got
are
it.
the ones protecting
Yeah.
PDFs. You are
You can
protecting
claim that all you
PDFs.
want. It doesn't make
That's
it true.
exactly what you're
So I
doing.
think it's odd
All
for
while
you
you just
to be up here
accuse
trying
Trump.
to grandstand and steamroll this entire conversation
That's
with
not
your
what I'm doing.
rhetoric.
You accuse Trump of
However,
PDF
excuse me
crimes that
one
he hasn't
moment.
been
Excuse me, I don't want
charged
to
of,
have to
hasn't been
mute you, but
convicted
you
of,
are over
all while you
talking.
actually protest for
You're
people
over
that have.
talking.
Crazy, right?
You're over talking. Shut up. I'm going to mute you. You need to stop. Like, seriously. Exercise some decorum.
That's because you just keep
Anywho,
rambling.
As I was saying, that's projection. As I was saying, I
Wake
think it's
me up
highly
when
odd of
she's
you
done.
to try to say that people on the left are advocating for pedophiles when, in fact,
We
you
watch
voted
it
for
with
a
our
person.
own eyes.
You voted for a person who actually has been accused 26 times of sexually harassing women.
Accused.
Okay.
Accused
And,
compared to
sorry,
people that
what?
have actually
I'm
been
sorry,
charged
what?
and
I'm sorry,
convicted.
what? Did he not?
Hold on.
Was he not
Accused
found
compared to
civilly
people that have been
liable?
charged and
Is he not in
convicted.
the Epstein files? Right?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me what
Also,
they said
another
about
thing,
him in the
did
Epstein.
his- did
Tell me what was
his,
said about him in the
health-
Epstein files.
Did his Health and Human Secretary?
Y'all notice she won't
was
answer
he-
anything I'm asking.
Was he also the one that was accused of assaulting his babysitter? And
Y'all
was it
notice she
also
won't
his
answer anything I'm
Secretary of
asking, right?
Defense, all right, who was found to have raped a woman at a conference?
Y'all don't
Was it
care
that?
if
But you
she's right or
support
wrong
that.
in the comments. Y'all just
You
agree with
support
anything
that.
these hosts say.
You support that. I'm just wondering. I don't understand the hypocrisy. You claim to care.
That's
about
what I'm trying to figure out. The hypocrisy.
You claim to care.
You asked the question. I try to speak, and then you ramble on.
I didn't finish the question. This is my juke.
Yes, you did. You literally asked me a question.
Either.
You're overstimulating as fuck. You need to calm down, bro. Like, go have a drink. Seriously.
904. I'm concerned about your blood pressure. Can you
I
try
bet you
responding?
Are because y'all can't. I bet you are because you know y'all are wrong. So all y'all can do is talk about how people act.
Can you try to respond in a calm fashion? You sound very hyped right now.
I would if I could actually talk.
Well, you quite literally keep interrupting her, and this is after you ask her direct questions.
She's been rambling on for fucking 4 minutes now.
So every single point that Erica just made is valid. I also want to ask you a question. If police officers,
care about anything I've said.
Sure.
Y'all don't give a
if
shit.
police officers were arresting, if police officers were arresting Americans, and upon their arrest we didn't have any bookings for them in jails or anywhere, and they literally showed up missing, would that be a cause for concern?
That what has this argument got to do with what I'm talking about?
It's directly related to what you brought.
No, it's not. My argument is that y'all are out there.
My guy, you're talking about immigration. I just need
buddy,
you to answer the question.
Buddy, you need to calm down. You're cutting me off.
I'm actually very calm.
Can you tone it down? You're cutting me off, buddy.
904. The question is, if police officers were picking up citizens and they were disappearing, we had no records of their arrests, we have no records of where they were booked, and they literally vanished off the face of the map, and they could not track them, would that be a cause for concern?
That's not my problem because that's not my argument.
It literally goes into your argument. I'm asking this question. I'm asking this question to make a point. I just need you to answer it. Okay. I am going to help you out.
Hector, if you don't mind,
just kick me because y'all ain't gonna answer anything I say. Y'all see y'all later. Y'all won't answer anything.
Okay, please run. Please go. Just go. Goddamn, go. Run. Skedaddle.
No, I'm not gonna run now. Now I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay. But I would love. I would
be quiet.
Let me say my argument.
Hector, mute him because I'm trying to say something.
Jesus,
because his argument is that people are protesting ICE, all right, because they want to protect pedophiles. That's his argument. He's saying that we don't care about children.
That's not my argument.
That literally is what you said. Like, don't tell us that's not your argument. Okay, I'm gonna start a timer.
Jesus Christ, dude,
and I'll give it to you. You have 1 minute to restate your argument. Timer starts now. Go.
My argument is that y'all are out there protesting for illegal immigration. Y'all are protesting to stop ICE from getting these people. I'm not saying y'all are doing it just because y'all want to protect PDFs. I'm saying that y'all don't understand by doing that, y'all are protecting PDFs. Do you got it now?
So that's exactly what she said.
No, it's not. She said that my argument was saying
you
that
basically said we're doing it
y'all,
unknowingly, but
Jesus
that would
Christ,
still not
dude.
change the fact that we'd be doing it. Listen, I'm helping your argument, dude.
You're bad at articulating your argument.
No, because you're changing what I'm saying, bro.
I'm not.
Y'all know what y'all are doing.
You said we're doing it unknowingly protecting PDFs.
Yes, there you go. Okay, there you go.
That's what
not what she said. No, she didn't. That's not what she said. Stop lying. Go ahead.
The only word that I didn't use was knowingly. Does that change your entire argument?
Because you tried to make it. No, because you tried to make it seem like my argument was y'all are out there.
I need another shot.
Jesus fucking Christ,
bro!
Dude.
Already, like, good God! All right.
Jeez, hey, calm down, lady. Calm down, lady. You're acting a little crazy. You're acting a little crazy, lady. Calm down. Calm down.
My goodness. People need prayer. Somebody pray for them.
Yeah, like y'all that are out there literally protesting to keep PDFs around people's children.
So what you did is with your vote, all right? With your vote, what you did is unknowingly vote for a pedophile. That's what you did. All right. You voted for a party that actually protects them. Mm-hmm. That's what you did.
Really?
Yeah, that's what you did.
Oh, really?
Because we had a delay
that's
on
hilarious.
the Epstein files.
That's hilarious.
I'm so sorry.
Brainwashed
Excuse me one moment. Thank you very much. The fuck
you
is
accuse
wrong with
people
you?
of things and then don't let them return.
What are you doing?
Stop accusing people of stuff if you're not going to let them respond.
Stop accusing people of stuff you're not. I'm going to finish my sentence. Thank you very much. So as I was saying, all right, you knowingly voted for a pedophile. Is what you did. You also voted for a party that actually protects them.
Can you show me? Can you show me where his charges are? Can you show me his conviction?
In regards to all of this, All right. What
They
has
don't
happened
care.
is that we
They
still
don't
don't
care.
have the
Y'all have
full
a good
Epstein
one. They don't
report.
care. They're just gonna
We
keep
don't have
rambling. Y'all
it.
have a good
And we
one.
do know that Donald
They
Trump
don't
is
care.
mentioned
They don't give a
over
fuck.
1 million
Accusing Trump
times.
while actually
There we go.
protecting PDFs is
I
crazy.
think that's crazy. You're protecting someone with your support.
You're
You
literally
voted for him. You kept him out
brainwashing.
of
This is
jail.
what
You
brainwashing
kept
is.
cases
You're
from actually
brainwashed.
being levied against him because as the
You
president of the United
accuse
States of
somebody of
America, he can't be
Jesus
held
Christ.
accountable
If
for
this
the
lady
crimes
doesn't shut
that
up.
he has committed. So there's that part. There's that part. That's what you've done. All right.
Can I
But
talk
you're
now?
trying to tell us that we are
Nope. Okay.
protecting people when the only thing that is being protested, all right, is people's human rights is what's being protected. All right.
Let
You
me know
think
when I
that
can
people
talk.
want violent criminals in the United States of America? No. And historically, Democrats have actually been stronger on the border than Republicans have. And only until it was George Bush,
I'm
all
gonna have
right,
to
did the
set my
tide
alarm
start
for
to
this one.
change. So there's that part. You can't refute that because you don't know history. All right. So there's that because the latest piece of
You're
immigration
making it
reform
sound
that we actually
wonderful. You're
had
making it sound
was in
so good.
1996 under Bill Clinton. So there's that part.
You're making it
You
sound
can do
wonderful.
whatever you got to do to cope, buddy,
You're
but
making
you can't
yourself sound
refute
so
anything
educated.
because that's why
You can
Donald
say
Trump
I'm the
hasn't
one
deported
coping.
more
You're the
in
one
his first
literally
year of his
accusing.
second term than Joe Biden did in his first year of his. You can't refute that, can you? You can't. We know.
You can't refute. You
We
can't
know.
refute that you're literally
We
protecting
know.
PDFs.
You
Can
can
you?
stick to
No,
that
you
talking
can't.
point all
Can
you
you?
want to, buddy, but doesn't make it true.
You're literally going against federal law enforcement to keep people that have been convicted of these crimes in the country. Stop acting like you're not.
Can you tell me one violent criminal, one PDF, one sexual assaulter who is an undocumented migrant that Democrats
I have
protested
pictures
and
of them. I
protected?
actually, when I get off this live, I'll gladly send them both on y'all's
Oh,
pages.
so when you
I'll post
leave
them
and
on
you're
y'all's pages.
gone and the
Everybody,
conversation is
hold on.
over,
Hey,
Nobody
y'all
wants
check
you
this
on their
out. I'm
page.
you're
about
gonna
to
pull up
exit
this
out right now.
information.
I'm gonna
That's
exit out right
interesting.
now, and I'm gonna on
why
both of
Jim
your
is
pages. I'm gonna
crashing.
post these pictures.
Jesus Christ, a lot of
Y'all go check their first videos. Y'all go check their first.
Thank God he
Did he
left.
just-
He left.
They went skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle?
Sometimes,
It means
Hector, I
skedaddle.
just put some money
Somebody
on their
said
head so they can
skedaddle.
leave, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I just do it so they can leave. Seriously.
So
What was that?
how long should I set this timer for in anticipation of him returning and giving us that source? What should I set it for? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30?
Sure, have fun. All you're gonna do is debunk it anyways, because everybody already knows about it. So there's that. Right. DHS said themselves. They said it themselves. So there's that part. Like, good, googly, moogly. Jeez Louise, I'm so tired of these people. And like, this shit is overstimulating.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Are you a Trump supporter?
No,
Oh, okay. All right.
no.
We're just looking for.
I initially wanted to challenge that dude that was up there, but he's gone now.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but he's not good at it. It would have just been a lot of over talking. That's all it would have been. And that's no fun. Hector, your favorite is here. Why'd you do that? I wasn't going to do it for real.
Oh, you weren't? That's crazy.
Oh.
Because I did it for you. I didn't want to either.
This dude's voice is absolutely aggravating. Like, seriously. Like, it's like a drone, and then it's kind of like high, and then it's like. Hi, Romo. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 48.
Okay, all right. Why are you still
Really
so...
quickly, really quickly.
Okay.
Romo, are you good at accents?
Let me see. Not really. No. I mean, I can try to make one, but it probably wouldn't be good.
Not one?
I don't think so.
God damn it. I think I'm pretty good at Jamaican accents. You want to hear one?
Sure.
What bumbleclad? You rascal me ass, get your coconuts.
That was not you. That was a recording.
All right, take it away, okay.
Jesus Christ. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, I think I'll get a little personal here. So when I was younger, I served in the military, got out, and I started working. And due to some cutting of corners, I ended up going to prison for 4 years for white collar crimes, mostly fraud. So I think it's good for the country to have
Birds of a feather.
someone who has been a felon because it makes it, I think it's going to open more doors for people like myself. Since then, I turned my life around.
I would take
you know,
a person selling like schmugs than a person who committed fraud. I would.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is one better than the other?
Fraud means that you'll lie. Fraud means you'll lie. I don't like
Okay.
liars. I don't.
What
I
about
don't like liars at all.
what about
Because
a person who gets someone's?
my mom always said that if you lie, you'll steal, and if you steal, you'll kill. That's what my mama said that all the time.
Wow, your mom likes slippery slopes.
That's not a slippery slope.
Yeah.
If you
So
tell a
like I
lie,
said, I've
you
been
will steal.
convicted. Yeah,
You
but
will steal.
I haven't unalived anybody. How is that? How does that work?
You likely maybe haven't had the opportunity to.
I mean, you could say that about anybody.
So with that being said, I don't like liars.
I would say every single Trump supporter lies to themselves.
I mean, that's interesting for you to say as someone in the Black community, because so many people in the African community are like myself, previously, what do they call it now? Justice impacted individuals. And so it's kind of interesting coming from
Yeah,
you
for
as a Black
drug
woman to say
crimes,
that.
not fraud, not white collar crimes.
Ooh, I don't.
It's for
Well, for
drug
violent
crimes.
crimes. I think for violent crimes is
It's
what.
drug crimes. That's
No
why we've
violent
had
crimes.
sentencing reform in regards to the schmug offenses. So there's
I know it's
that,
hard to believe, but
but it's not for white collar
for
crimes.
many
I don't know
violent
how you
crimes
getting
are
off of fraud right
perpetrated
now.
by
I think
the.
it's odd at what you're doing. Is that you said that you voted for Trump, right? Because you're a felon and he's a felon, and you both
Yeah.
have been convicted of fraud. I say I
Yeah.
don't like a fraudster, and I tell you why. And now you want to talk about violent crime for some reason. Has nothing to do with this conversation.
Well,
Nothing
no, I thought. 'Cause
whatsoever.
well, I'm responding to the
No, you're
argument that you
not.
made. Yeah.
That's not a response to
I'm
my
responding to it.
argument. Well, if you were
You might not
responding
like the
to my
response, but it's
argument,
a
you'd actually
response.
talk about why a person who lies and has been convicted criminally of lying, all right, along with the person who's been found civilly liable of lying, all right, is good to be the president. That's what you would be doing.
Well, it is. It
Okay,
is.
then
I mean,
why?
it's the truth.
Tell us why.
I mean, it's the fact of the case.
That
He is
doesn't
the
make any
president,
sense what
and he
you
is a
just
felon.
said. That
But
doesn't
you're
make him
saying
that's
why?
definitely not a good reason. Like,
Well, I
what
thought
has
I
he
gave
done
you.
to
I
make
thought I
him a
gave you the
good?
first.
What has he done to make him a good president?
Well, my argument is not committing crimes makes you a good president, obviously, right? Because people shouldn't be committing crimes if they don't have to. That's not my
He
argument. Who
didn't.
would argue
What?
that? So my argument is, and I said it
Hold on,
initially,
time out.
that it's a
Do
good
you
thing.
even understand your own argument?
I did. I'll
Are
repeat
you
it again.
sure?
Yeah, I'll repeat it again. I'll go slowly as
You don't
well.
have to
So
go slowly.
maybe
You just don't understand
no,
your
I'll
own
say it slowly. I'll
argument.
say it slowly because it
So,
seems like you're not
what
tracking.
makes Trump a good president? What makes him a
Right.
good president?
Okay, so we're off the felon thing now.
You started the felon thing, and
Okay,
you
we can
said
switch. We
that
can
we
switch.
should have
I
a
just
felon as a president, is what you said. Did you not
no,
say
I
that?
didn't. No,
You
I did
did
not
say
say
that.
that. I said it's a
Hector, did
good
he
thing.
not say that?
I can repeat it again. It's okay.
Nope, be quiet.
I think he said that. I think he did.
You said that. And I said that I don't think so, right? Because when you commit fraud, you lie. And then I told you what my mom said. You
Sure,
said that's the reason you voted for him, and that's what makes him a good president.
No, again, no.
Yes,
So
it is. Shut
let me
up.
restate it.
I'm so
Let me
tired of
restate
people
it.
lying. No, seriously, stop. Be quiet. I'm so sick of you all coming up here and saying the most egregious shit out of your mouths. And then when you're held accountable for it, you can't back it up. And you try to gaslight all of these people, over 1,000 people. You're trying to gaslight them. I think that's ridiculous of you to do so. Like, chill the
Okay,
fuck
so
out.
let me
No,
refine it.
no, you don't get to refine it.
Then.
You don't get to
Why
refine
not?
it because you lied. Admit that you said it.
Okay, I did not say that, but
You did
sure.
say that. Then you don't get to refine it then.
I
Because
did.
you
I
did
didn't.
say
I
that.
didn't. I
If you
didn't say
can't be
that. I said
intellectually
it's a good
honest,
thing. It's a good. Can I repeat what I said? I said it's a good thing that I think a person who used to be or is a felon, or whatever you want to say it, became president of the United States because it opens doors for other individuals. Because a lot of people, are just as impacted. Like myself, like I said, I served in the military. I was honorable discharge. I was an 0311 with 7th Marines when I was younger.
No one cares about your personal story. I just want to let you know
after
that.
I got out, I started cutting corners at my job,
annoyed.
and it resulted in these charges being filed.
I'm
against
sorry,
me.
Romo.
And I
annoyed
served my
already.
time.
Romo, did you
And,
start off
and
by
I think
saying
it-
that you
I
think a
it's-
felon? Did
Boo-poo.
you start off by saying Trump being the president of the United States opens doors and opportunities for people?
Yeah, who are just as impacted. I think that's how the left says it now.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if a person can be a felon and be a president, then they can, have a real estate license, have a commercial driver's license, have a license to be a lawyer, be a doctor. I mean,
Yeah,
isn't such thing being a
several
president
holes in
more
that.
important than those jobs?
Going to poke several holes in that. First and foremost, a man of privilege, a white man with the capital that he has and the resources he does, being able to evade his felony charge long enough to become the president first before getting his sentencing later.
No, he's convicted. He's
The
a
average
convicted
person
felon.
cannot relate to that, nor would it transfer over to the lower middle class. I would argue he was
He's
able
a
to do
convicted
such
felon.
things because I'm aware of the fact that he's a convicted.
Well, because you said that he got away from his charge. He was convicted.
I said
He just
he
wasn't
got away
sentenced.
for his charge until after he
You're so
won
annoying.
the election, right? The sentencing specifically.
Yeah,
didn't
he
take
got
place until
convicted.
afterwards
He just-
because they
right.
had the Supreme Court ruling that took place afterwards, right? And that's where they chose not to prosecute a presidential candidate or sitting president at the time.
No,
and
they
then he
chose not
was
to
sentenced.
sentence him. They
He
chose not
was
to sentence
sentenced.
him.
Well, he
Didn't
literally
get
was
convicted.
sentenced.
He was
literally
sentenced. He
sentenced.
just didn't
But
serve time behind bars.
That is correct. It is an unconditional discharge, Class C felony.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then he's a convicted felon. Where he was convicted and sentenced.
Yeah, no
He's a
one's
convicted
challenged that.
felon.
The point I was trying to make is that trying to compare or use Donald Trump's example to be some blessing for the average American who would not have the capital, the resources, the conning and fraud that he would have is kind of a ridiculous statement. But go ahead.
Yeah, my argument is that it helps open doors to people. If especially if he ends up becoming a decent president, which the jury's still out on that. It's gonna make it
what are you
easier
still
for people
supporting?
to come back.
What are you still supporting?
Well, I think that I mean on a personal level, you mean, or like on a I mean personally, my net worth has increased because I'm in the stock market and the stock market performed well since he's been in office.
Shout
But
out to Lil
I
G
think
Thunder for the $19.99 super chat. Lil G Thunder said, "This is a classic example of Darvo. This is 99% of MAGA men." I don't know if that was for the last guest or this one, Lil G Thunder, but I'm going to put it on both of them. Shout out to you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Lil G Thunder, y'all. Lil G Thunder. I'm going to include that in this, all right? So we are $20 into the boot fund, all right? I need to see a galaxy for Hector, all right? And we got $80 left to go. All right, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9 at gmail.com. And if you're over in the tube, you can be like Lil G Thunder and send a super chat. I appreciate you all. Shout out to Queen Sniper. Drop some hearts in the chat for taking care of Hector. Friggin' awesome. All right, and don't forget, take care of Hector anyways. Run his gifts up. And also, my friends, make sure you check out the links in the bio and do all of the good things, y'all. All of the good things. All right? You were saying something.
Can I read one quick thank you? Debbie's in the chat to Queen, who also sent me $10 on Chime. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. Hey guys, I got this really cool line that I put on a t-shirt and I sold it. And it says, "It's okay to call people stupid." And you can check that out at hectorshops.com with 2 R's. Carry on.
Go on.
Oh, well, I mean, I think probably the biggest and more important thing that I support Trump is putting in justices that have, overturned Roe v. Wade, have interpreted Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act in such a way that we're moving towards a colorblind approach to creating congressional maps, which I think is the way it should be.
Really? Stop right there. All right, let's focus on the congressional maps. I love talking about this. All right, I do. Okay, so go on. Keep talking about that. That's where we're going to stop you, okay?
Okay. So,
Elaborate.
it sounds like you're familiar with the Louisiana v. Calais case. So, there, the Supreme Court found that race predominated in the creation of a map in Louisiana that was, the way the lines were drawn were solely done to basically make it a black majority a voting district, which is which obviously goes against the 14th Amendment's prohibition of equal protection, in that they were using race to create the district. So I understand that the VRA is race conscious, and obviously the 14th Amendment prohibits the use of race really in anything. But I think that we should, I think that states creating districts for political reasons is fine, but once you make it so that race predominates and you say, okay, I'm going to create a black district because, blah, 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 or even the reverse way, which obviously wouldn't be allowed. I think that's better than what was being done before, which is allowing race to predominate, creating these black majority districts where the sole reason was to basically increase membership in this Congress based on race.
Okay. So with that being said, you do understand that basically what they did was overturn the 1982 amendment that made it so that you would basically have to prove the outcome of racial gerrymandering versus the intent. Right? You do. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you understand
now we're
that
back
part.
To
so
now.
Hold on one moment. Okay. So with that being said, states can now simply claim that they are doing partisan gerrymandering. Right. And as Justice Kagan has said in her dissent, right, unless there's a smoking gun left behind, then it'll be nearly impossible to prove that race is playing a part in their redistricting, because we can look at what they just did today in Tennessee with the city of Memphis and how they cracked, all right, the black vote, all right, and have further diluted the vote in the city of Memphis within the state of Tennessee. So we can see how they just did that. All right. And we can also see how Louisiana is fighting in court now to get rid of the second district that they created. Okay, so if race didn't play a part in any of these, right, then what would be the purpose? What would be the purpose of doing so?
I'm not familiar with the Tennessee. What'd you say, Tennessee and where else?
It's Tennessee and Louisiana. You can't say you're not familiar with Louisiana if you cited the Louisiana versus Calais case.
But I'm not, right. But I'm not familiar with what's going on in Tennessee, so I really can't speak on that. But it sounds like what you're saying.
Memphis is a predominantly black city. And what they did with the city of Memphis is that they have split it up to further dilute the vote, is what they did.
Right. That's the claim you're making. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Talk about Louisiana, man.
I just did. I just went over the case. Do you want me to talk more about the facts of the case? Did you not hear the
question that was asked of you? Did you not hear the question?
I guess not. I didn't hear the question. I just
Whoa. My God, today. Good God. Okay, so let's try it again. All right. If you, just to make sure you understand, is that is now about the intent versus the outcome.
Right. I agree with you.
Okay. All right.
You're right.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I just want to make sure you understand that I do not agree with that. I'm just stating you what the new guideline is.
I'm tracking.
Okay. So with that being said, if this is not racial, right, then why is it that the state of Louisiana is fighting in court now to redistrict this second district? Because what they're going to do is they are going to split along neighborhood lines, specifically black neighborhoods, right, and take them from a district where they have representation and put them into a district where they don't. How is that not racial?
So, sorry, dropped my phone. I'm not. I guess you're not referring to the Cali case. You're referring to now what's happened after Cali, right? That's what I'm assuming you're
Yes,
talking
there's
about.
no need to
Okay, so let
relitigate
me.
something that's already happened.
Correct. Okay, just want to make sure I was understanding. So, these VRA cases are pretty evidence heavy. They bring actually historians. They bring people from the community to come testify. They have to find that there's like shared interest within the
You're
Black
talking
community.
about during a time where it was about the outcome of it, not the intent. All right. So I think what you need to understand is the underlying question is how do you prove intent? That's the underlying question.
Well, like what is? I mean, I could. I'm not sure exactly what the court held at, but I think it's a pretty established standard for determining that under the VRA
See, this is
cases.
the thing. You never actually, you didn't read the opinion, nor did you read, or if you did read the
I
opinion,
did.
then you only read the majority opinion and you didn't read the dissent
I mean,
for it to
I
actually
can
make
get it for
sense.
you.
And you may not, and
I
I
can
don't
get it
know,
for you.
like,
It's fine. I can get it
okay.
for you. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's not hard to Google
Okay,
it.
so what do you know
So,
about the city of Mobile versus what was it? The city of Mobile
well,
versus Bolden.
let me answer your question. Let me answer your previous question. How do they prove intent? So they use a strong inference standard. So they go based off a case called Jingles, and the plaintiffs have to show that the map resulted in a dilution of minority voting power. So the things they look at
That's the
intent.
outcome.
Well, I'm telling you what the law was in determining that. I thought that's what you asked me.
Gingles was in regards to the outcome. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That was in
Right, but
regards
they
to
didn't. They
outcome.
didn't.
And we're not
They didn't
talking about
overrule.
outcome anymore. The intent hasn't been a thing, all right, since 1982 when Congress put an amendment to the VRA in place. That's what I'm trying to
Right.
tell you. Gingles came after, and Gingles was all about the outcomes. All
Right.
right.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
But
So you
but
referencing
you're.
it doesn't make any sense here.
Well, it does make sense because
How so?
unless you're because it was Gingles wasn't overruled.
The
The only way that
the
your argument makes
amendment,
sense is if you're saying that Gingles was overruled,
it will make
and it
Gingles
wasn't overruled.
moot. It would make Gingles moot because Gingles was basically how they could prove the outcome of these of the gerrymandering. All right, the outcomes. All right, that's what that was. So it would make it moot. It would be no longer a factor. That's the whole thing. So they don't have to do the Gingles test anymore. What it is, though, is that they now, only thing, it's kind of like reverting back to originally how the Voting Rights Act was written, all right, is to where you have to prove the intent of it, all right? So you have to have proof that they went in, all right, with the goal, all right, of splitting up these districts and doing racial gerrymandering. You would have to prove that part. The Gingles test was actually to see, all right, like if these things happen, then okay, we have a valid outcome in regards to the Gingles test. It was about outcomes. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah. So can I
Sure.
chime in? So in the Calais case, the Supreme Court did not explicitly overturn. The case is called Thurnberg v. Gingles, which is from 1986. And in Justice Alito's opinion, he's the one that wrote the Calais case. He said that he was putting new requirements on the outcomes test. So one of the requirements now that they said that they have to now show a violation of the VRA, they have to show that it is possible to draw an additional majority-minority district. So now plaintiffs, if someone said, hey, the state's violating the Voting Rights Act, the plaintiffs have to prove that alternative map that not only creates the district, but also meets all the other states' political objectives, such as protecting incumbents or maintaining core districts. If the state can show that if they can show that the map ignores partisan goals, then the Gingles claim probably won't work.
Wouldn't that be an outcome? I don't think you
No,
understand the words that are coming out of your mouth.
No, I do understand what you're saying.
The Gingles test, all right, And I am going to read this directly, all right, to give you exactly what it is. The Gingell's test is a 3-part legal standard used to determine whether minority voters' ability to elect their preferred candidates has been unlawfully diluted under Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Has been would mean it is an outcome. It is an outcome. A
Correct.
result of. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So you referencing the Gingell's test is a moot point here because the Gingell's test, all right, would no longer be something that they would have to abide by. And the reason why they would not have to abide by it is because it's no longer about the outcome, sir. It's about the intent of the matter. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You still haven't explained to us, all right, how do you prove intent? So unless they have emails or like what was it? Like they did in North Carolina. Excuse me, one moment. Like they did in North Carolina when they were trying to implement their new voter ID law. And Hector, if you could, can you get the name of that case for me, please? But like they did in North Carolina with the voter ID laws that they wanted to implement, they legitimately had like research. What form of ID do Black people have the most? They were researching stuff like that. That's how they were able to say, okay, this is racial and you can't implement these voter ID laws. All right. So that's one way that you can prove intent because they had a smoking gun. What do you do when there's no smoking gun? And that's why I'm asking you, how do you prove intent? But you're not listening to me. How do you prove intent?
So some one way is the way you just mentioned. If they somehow were able to obtain emails or testimony or things like that. So in these VRA cases, they bring people to the stand and they testify. So I mean, that's one way to do it. So I guess I was misunderstanding because it sounded like you were saying that Gingell's doesn't matter anymore, which obviously would suggest that the Gingell's case was overturned, but it wasn't. They made it harder to be able to prove a VRA claim because now, among other things, you need to show that the voting, like the purpose of the polarized voting, cannot be explained by partisan affiliation. I mean, it gets into the weeds, but the point is, I agree with you in the sense that you're saying that it makes it harder. Yes, you're right. It does make it harder. But I think that's also a good thing because a lot of states are being sued.
I was thanking people for the gifts. Are you talking about SB 824? Is that the one? Excuse me. This is the one that passed in the Senate, implementation of the constitutional requirement requiring photographic identification to vote. This was a amendment to their state constitution. Is that what you're referencing?
Not sure, but it was overturned because it was found to be racist.
Oh, hold on. Let me go back.
And it happened shortly after Shelby v. Holder in 2013. Because Shelby v. Holder got rid of the pre-clearance provision in Section 4 of the Voting Rights Act that made it so that certain places, certain cities, towns, and states had to have any changes to their voter requirements, elections process reviewed by the Department of Justice before they could implement it due to a history of discriminatory practices. So there's that one. But yeah.
2016. Let me get the number for it. Because they tried it in a couple of different ways, and unfortunately it was upheld in the state. But this one specifically was struck down.
And it's because they had a smoking gun. So the whole point, Romo, that I'm trying to get you to understand, because I think that you could understand it if you were here for actually like honest conversation, right? But with that being said, is that intent, you're right, is harder to prove. Right? And in most cases, you can't prove the intent of something. It's the same argument that Trump supporters make when it comes to his not election fraud, but his falsifying business records case being upheld as a felony versus a misdemeanor in the state of New York. It's the same argument that you all make, and that how do you prove intent? right? Think about that.
Right.
So a state can, in fact, claim that it is simply partisan gerrymandering when they go through and they split up Black neighborhoods and put them into districts where their vote would hold less power. They could say, oh, this is for partisan. This is simply all about party.
Right.
So if they keep saying that it's all about party, then why are they not splitting up white neighborhoods? Why are they not splitting up white neighborhoods? Why are they not cracking the white vote? Why are they not packing them?
We'll see what happens. I mean, this case is literally decided.
I don't think
like
you
a week
understand that, like, we don't have time to see what happens here. Okay. Because whether some people like it or not, all right, we have states who are acting right now. Okay, just told you, all right, what Tennessee did today. We already know that Louisiana is fighting in court to have theirs done. And the only reason why they're fighting in court is because their election is so close. Their election is like next Saturday, the 16th of May, right? And we have states like Florida who passed their new maps on the same day, April 29th, that this decision came down. And we have Alabama, also Mississippi, and I believe South Carolina, right, considering new maps. If they're able to redraw these maps, all right, they can go in and they simply can say that it's partisan, all right, and any Democratic representation that is within that state will be gone. If these states are able to do this, it's estimated that they can gain 13 House seats, all from gerrymandering. So, like, why are you okay with them doing this?
Well, gerrymandering, both sides do it. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I don't care about both sides. Answer the question.
Okay, well, I mean,
why are you okay with them doing it?
Well, they're going to gerrymander whether we like it or not. So, I mean, I guess I don't like it, but that's the way our system works.
I think that's a spineless answer, sir. I think that's a cop-out, and that's a spineless answer.
How is that a cop-out? It is what it's like saying, why is it that we allow money in politics? That's just what we do. I mean, would I prefer us making squares of all the country and so that it's all the same thing everywhere?
Mr. Melvin, thank you for the $2 super chat. Mr. Melvin said he's lying now. He's been lying. And Jimmy's Grunge and Alternative. I'm sorry I can't see your whole name right now, but thank you for the $5 super chat. Jimmy said MAGA fills the swamp with criminals and he is one of them. He can't even vote. So why is he here? Nobody cares about your life story, bro. Shout out Erica. Shout out to you, Jimmy. All right. So the thing is that felons do get the ability to get their Voting Rights Act in many states, several states, right? So that's one thing that I actually do care about is felons getting their right to vote. So they can vote. You just have to file to get your rights back. That's all. But yeah, that's it. And like once you complete your sentence, parole and all, then some states automatically grant you your rights. You just have to go down and register to vote. And some states you have to file with the state in order to get it back. But many states let them get their
You just can't vote
back.
in prison. You can't vote in prison.
So, there's that. But thank you so much. Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, Mr. Melvin. I appreciate y'all. Let me check over here.
I just want to say, we've seen this happen throughout history. They strike this thing down in the name of moving towards this great nation that isn't basing things off of race. And then the states respond with the fact that they're still racist. So I just don't understand how anyone can say this and then say that they're also for minority groups.
Because they're not. But thank you very much to Maya for the 10. Maya said, for the Romo is no more fun. Also because Black women's labor isn't free. Thank you very much, Maya. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. All right. And also shout out to Cassie for the $5. Cassie said, white men are unintelligent as fuck. That's what she said. Tap, tap, tap the screen, y'all. I'm trying to protect the live today, y'all. I am trying to protect the live. But you are right. You are right, friend. You are absolutely right. Let me do the math on that one. All right, let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. That was 7, and then that was 5, and that was 10. So plus 15 plus 7, 42. Okay, great. All right. Can I tell you something, Romo?
Sure.
All right. Because I really don't think that you want to understand the actual impact of this. All right. Is that
I'll tell you. I'll
people will
respond to
still
your question.
people will still be able to vote. They'll still be able to vote, right? But people, all right, their power is being diminished. That's why it's called voter dilution. But I do want to tell you something.
He's saying, I don't hate you.
Right.
I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So,
That's all. All right. Shout out to y'all. All right. Y'all are fucking awesome. Shout out to all of you. All right. So let me say a whole bunch of thank yous. Shout out to Nina for the 15 to Quiet Romo. All right. Shout out to Ivan for the 5. Ivan said, I am really trying to understand MAGA sometimes. MAGA go from gynecologists, military geniuses, Batman when they visit big cities, and now they are voting rights attorneys without understanding how bad it's going to be for us minorities with the way they gutted the VRA. Exactly. That part, Ivan. Spot the fudge on. Spot on. Draw some hearts in the chat because spot on. And Brianna sent 10 and said, I am donating to the Cutwater Fund for the women. Oh, my Cutwater. To the Cutwater Fund for the woman with the microphone because you're going to need one after this caller. Also, your time and work isn't free. Shout out to you, Brianna. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And y'all keep dropping those hearts in the chat because shout out to Valerie for the 50. Valerie said, the stupid is hurting me. Please boot. We did. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Because draw some hearts in the chat for yourselves. Because that was a lot. What's up, Hector?
No, I just said W donos.
Yes.
Y'all want to argue stuff that you really don't care about for one, and you actually don't get. And you can only do it if you are completely ignorant of a history, which clearly they are. But yeah, we're not even talking about 70s, 80s, 90s. Literally the 2010s.
Yep.
Every time they have a chance to, they will dilute the black vote. And y'all don't get it, but it's fine.
Like, basically, think about it is that with Shelby v. Holder, what they had was pretty much is the Shelby County has a history of voter discrimination. That's why they were on the roll where if they made any change, all right, to their election like laws or their voting, anything that they did, they had to send it through to the DOJ, right? And they didn't like that because they want to continue to discriminate. I don't understand, Hector, why it is that people are afraid to say what it is. Why people are afraid to just be honest about these things. Does it make you like have to do some retrospection, like some introspection, not retro, but introspection, right? And take a look at yourself. Is that what it is? I really just want to friggin' understand it. All right, why y'all can't just call it what it is? Hey, it's fucking racism.
Heroes. Can I read this? And this was the one to shut down. Can I read to people what this shit did?
Sure.
There's the voter ID, which everyone says is a great thing, right? The issue isn't so much voter ID; it's what everything that comes with it. So this also would have cut early voting days, banned same-day voter registration, eliminated straight ticket voting, which allows voters to choose all candidates from a single party by checking one box, and introduced more restrictions on casting provisional ballots. It prohibited pre-registration for 16 and 17-year-olds who previously were allowed to only indicate their intent to vote when applying for a driver's license. The law also allowed more poll watchers and made it easier to challenge voters on their ballots. I don't oppose the poll watchers part. But yeah, North Carolina was wilding. Just restrictions and restrictions and restrictions for no damn good reason.
That part.
And they can't even prove fraud.
That part. And shout out to Delta 58784 sent $1.99 super chat and said, anyone who still supports Trump is ignorant. I agree with you. I agree. And it's not even just ignorant. I say stupid. And the reason why I be saying stupid is because of the fact that it's a willful ignorance and it's also being willfully obtuse. They pretending that you don't understand something and then also not wanting to know something, bruh, that makes you stupid. And why are you not inquisitive? Why are you not exercising your critical thinking skills? Hector, did you see the one page, just a different subject here, but did you see the one page memo, the reports about that Trump sent over to Iran?
It looked like the JCPOA.
Goddamn JCPOA, bro. Literally the JCPOA. All right. Do you know I had a Trump supporter tell me yesterday, all right, tell like a room of like 600 plus people, right, that that the JCPOA was going to sunset, and that's why Donald Trump took us out of it. But Donald Trump sent a one-page memo, all right, with his plan that says that it'll be for 15 to 20 years. Is that not sunsetting?
Wow, that's crazy. So almost by definition, sunsetting. It's almost as if that was never the issue to begin with.
What?
It's almost as if that document may have been torn apart solely because the black man did. Huh?
It's solely because Barack Obama put it into place. Solely because. Because guess what?
Man.
Hector.
Wow.
Guess what?
Hmm.
Chicken butt. Anywho,
Why
no.
you do this?
No, so bro, here's another thing, right? Is that they haven't been able to prove yet that Iran was outside of the JCPOA guidelines prior to Donald Trump pulling the United States out. And then this is the argument that they use, and I think it's so funny. Well, there were other countries that were in it. There were 5 other countries. There was France, and there was Germany, and there was Great Britain, and blah, 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 like all of that. And I was like, yeah, but the United States is the one that has sanctions on them, so we controlled the money, all right? So we lifted the sanctions. Well, some, not all of them, but some of the sanctions, all right, so that they could have a revenue stream again, all right, and trade in their commodity, right? We did that. All right. And in return, okay, because that was an incentive, they stayed within the guidelines of it. That's what they did. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, but he was like, well, what did the fool say? Well, they didn't need the United States. I said they no longer had an incentive. It was gone. Where's the incentive? There is none. Yeah. And then Donald Trump put sanctions back on them. What is that?
Right. That's when they said, fuck you. No. Y'all can't say that we moved away from racism or we're trying to when Donald Trump ran off that shit. And won off that shit. That's weird. Debbie's in the chat to Ivan for the $2 Venmo. We can't leave you out of the dono, so here's a donation so you can have a shot after losing brain cells with Romo. You know, thank you so much. I'm gonna have to chill out though, because I don't want to start taking too much shots, boy. Damn, I have a 2020 all over again. Anyway, thank you so much, Ivan. Appreciate your support. Let's get the likes up.
I said this time, if this is gonna be like the new pandemic, right? Then like I'm getting my degree. I'm for real. I'm about to go to ASU online and I'm gonna get that BA in poli-sci. I'm serious as hell. I can't waste another pandemic, y'all. The fuck? No. I'm gonna learn how to do some TikTok dances. All right. I'm gonna learn how to put shit together. Okay, I'm serious. I'm gonna learn how to put shit together. All right. I'm gonna be my own, strong black man. All right. I'm gonna sing to myself. Who's the man? You the man. Strong, healthy, black man.
Black man.
Yes.
I'm
I'm singing that song to myself. Yep. And I'm gonna get that damn BA in poli-sci. Shit. Why not? They trying to kill us anyways. Might as well go out with a degree. We have guests. King E, stop teacupping. You know how I feel about that. It makes me paranoid. Anywho,
I gave him no more than 7 minutes.
And Mr. Shaka is here. I'll speak with you in just a moment, sir. Okay, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. Thank you all so very much for getting rid of Romo. We appreciate you all. Let's keep it going and make sure we are tapping the screen. Shout out to y'all on 200,000 likes. Y'all are friggin' awesome. All right, let's get it up to 1 million. I don't know. I just be asking for stuff and we'll see what happens. But now y'all are freaking awesome. Thank you. Keep tapping that screen, sharing and reposting the live. Also, let's go ahead and knock out the remaining, what's that number? 37 of the fams, because we all fam here. What the kids say? Something about the club? Or did they not do that no more?
We in the club?
They say that, right?
I got an old soul. You know this.
I don't know. I'm old though. I'm old, so I don't know. We're all fam in the clerk. I don't know, but yeah.
In the club, we all family or some shit like that.
Oh, okay, that's what they say. All right, got it. Oh, in the club, we all family.
Yeah.
I hate it. I don't like it. But we are family though. So family, let's do all the good things and let's go ahead and knock those out. Also, make sure that we are taking care of Hector while he's here. Check out the links in the bio. Grab you some awesome, cool merch. I like the one that says, oh, you don't have that one. You should make a shirt that says Republicans are fucking dumb. No, I mean stupid.
I could.
Yeah, you could. What about being a Trump supporter makes you stupid?
Yeah, I gotta work on some new stuff. That'll work.
Okay. All right. Because this hat, all right, what the fuck are we doing here is now available at the ericaeffect.com along with some more awesome stuff. So I think you all should go take a look and get you something nice. All right. Maybe tomorrow we might run a special. I might run a special today. I don't know. You're going to have to buy something to find out. Okay. All right. So do that. And also, guys, if you'd like to support us, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And for Hector, it is Hector Talks with 2 R's. All right. So let's make sure we do all of the good things, guys. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. And thank you all again for everything because all is appreciated and most definitely accepted. All right. With that being said, Mr. Shaka, Shaka X, are you a Trump supporter, sir? All right. I'll send you a request to unmute. Are you a Trump supporter?
King E leave. Of course he did.
I don't know.
Always does.
I sent the request. All right. Try and fail. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, what's up with you guys supporting putting mentally ill men in women's shelters and spaces?
I'm so
Why
sorry.
do you advocate for trans women to be in their spaces? You don't want to admit that, right? But you advocate for it.
It's not a democratic or federal policy, so it's a really irrelevant
Hector
point.
there actually is on video saying he wants mentally ill men, trans women in women's spaces and shelters. Where they?
I just dropped him like, shut up.
You guys have the same pathetic arguments, bro.
I am like, good God. Ugh.
You guys want mentally ill men in the Oval Office.
That part.
I want to talk about that. That's what I want to talk about. That's the prompt right there.
Good. Yeah. Googly moogly. Jeez Louise, these people.
Clearly he's a fan.
He loves you.
Got a lot of those.
He loves you, Hector.
Ashwagandha.
Like, good God.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. And if you're over on the tube side, like the stream, share out the live with your friends and family, repost, add to your story. If you'd like to support the stream, make sure you send a super chat or a sticker. Link to all the ways to support Erica is going to be in the description of this live stream.
Yeah, and the YouTube phone lines are open if you are hate watching over the tube because there's a lot of y'all yapping over there. All right, the number to call is 720-295-4868. That's 720-295-4868. All right. Yeah. I just love how, like, have you ever noticed, Hector, that, like, when you join a MAGA live, right, you come up, you say hello, and, like, you proceed to just speak in your normal talking voice. But the Trump supporters, what they do is they come in, sound like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah. It's very angry.
Right, that's what they do.
Accurate.
That's what I'm gonna start
almost
doing. Almost
1-to-1.
That shit. When they start doing that, that's what I'm gonna
That's what you're gonna do?
They're gonna be mad as hell. Oh, guys, before I forget, Tonight I will be co-hosting with Politics with Matt. All right, so I'll be hanging out with Matt tonight. You know, not saying much because every time I open my mouth, them motherfuckers start crashing. All right, so won't be doing much, but I will be co-hosting with Matt, and that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to do it.
The
Hector, I'm doing
callers
it
match
again.
the energy. That's a goddamn lie.
I'm doing it again. I forgot to put my contacts on.
Nah, Jeebus.
I gotta stop doing this. That bitch can't see. Next time a Trump supporter joins, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be like, I just want to do it to see what's gonna happen. And it'll probably be the one Trump supporter in the world who actually can have a conversation, but I don't want to miss this. Thank you, Delta, for the $4.99 super chat. Delta said, trans girl here. Hey, girl. They just don't understand us. Look up gender dysphoria if you don't understand. Well, not all trans people have gender dysphoria, but I can't tell you about your experience. So I definitely understand. I get it. I can't tell you about your experience. But thank you very, very much, love. I appreciate you. Watch this sector.
So you do advocate for mentally ill men to be in women's shelters. That's your response to putting women in danger. Putting women and girls in danger, and this is what they respond with. This is why your community is so fucked up. Yeah, women in danger is not something for you. Putting little girls in danger. Yeah, this is why you're scary people. Literally scary people you are. Yeah. Tell us why you act this way when we ask you why you want to put women and girls in danger. And then you wonder why you're
Shut up. Jeez Louise, bro. Good grief. Just wicked. I think that's a good argument, Hector. That's a really good argument. I'm going to keep using it. Solid.
10 out of 10.
Bet. Okay. Wonderful.
Oh. I kind of care about my taxes and rights and stuff.
Nah.
Yeah, I try to focus on.
Look at the Trump supporter, y'all. They sound just like I said they do. See, look. You have to add in words, though. Okay, bye. We have a phone call.
Call from
Jax.
Is it a child?
To accept, press 1.
Hi, Jax. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
You breaking up a little. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
How old are you?
46.
Okay. All right. And why are you still supporting Trump?
I support Trump in the aspect of he is upfront and as honest and as simple as he sounds sometimes. He's just upfront and out in the open with it. He does not hide and shield what he says. He says what he means. And again, it might sound outrageous, but
hey, Jax, can you do me a huge favor, Jax? Can you back away from your mic a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Thank
Is that
you.
better?
I don't know. You got to ask the chat.
No.
It's
yeah,
not. It sounds like you got the microphone in the back of your throat.
All right, give me 1 second.
It's real loud.
It's loud. Hey.
It's very abrasive.
Is this better?
Is that better? Is that better?
I don't.
Is this better?
Yeah.
I had to turn your thing down. Okay. Okay, go ahead. What you were talking about how much you love Donald Trump's personality.
Well, I don't know if I use the word love. What I do say is I appreciate the fact that, as hilarious and crazy as he sounds sometimes, he's out front and out in the open with it. He's very transparent for the most part. Whereas though a lot of our other politicians, they'll say one thing in front of you, but then do something else behind closed doors. He's to the point where, he'll say something and be completely wrong about it, but then come back and say he was wrong and then change it up again. And again, some of the things that he has implemented, I mean, a lot of things have already been law. And a lot of our past presidents, they have done a lot of things behind closed doors, whereas though we don't know that they were already doing it. Let's say, for instance, dealing with immigration and the children being separated from their parents, things of that nature. Those things have always been going on. And there have been a lot of things, laws that have been on the books. He's just deciding to implement them out in the open. And
are you saying that other presidents have had a policy of separating children at the border?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even when Obama was in office, it was happening.
I think I need you to understand something here. What I think I need you to understand is that there's a difference between something happening versus it being its policy. All right. So Donald Trump had a policy of separating children from their parents and or guardians at the border, separating them. All right. From all accounts, what we had with Obama was that they tried to actually keep parents and children and their guardians, however it worked out, together. All right. So keeping them within the same detention facilities.
Let me ask you a question.
There's that.
Okay. With what you just said, you said that that's what they were trying to do. That's what you heard. Then do you actually have proof of that?
Let me see here. Okay, yeah. So no, there was no policy that the Obama administration had. Did it happen? It did, but it was rare that it did happen. It actually only occurred when there was suspected criminality occurring. So if they had, let's say, like they suspected that a child may have been being trafficked, or if the child was in some type of danger. So it was a rarity that it happened, but it was not a policy where it happened in mass, unlike it did in the Trump administration. Please don't try to conflict the two.
No, I'm not trying to conflict the two. And again, when you just said it's a rarity, those are just instances that you heard of. You're still not giving me.
We would have had mass reporting of it. I actually did just give you facts, so there's that part. All right. So how about you? Because it's your claim. Excuse me, darling, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm a pause.
What are your pronouns? What are your pronouns? I'm sorry. I don't want to misgender you.
Oh no, I'm a female.
Okay,
born
right.
female. Mama and all of that.
That's not a pronoun, but we don't have to go
I
into
know.
it.
I'm just
So
giving you. I'm all the way female. I'm sorry.
Is she her okay for you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, with that being said, this is your claim. Okay, this is your claim. So you bring the proof that this was happening. All right, a lot. All right, however you want to quantify that as. All right, I'm going to quantify it as actually a policy where it was happening in mass, so where it happened to more than 1,000 families. Okay, all right, so that's what I'm going to qualify it as. How about you do the same and just give us the evidence that this happened often in the Obama administration, and then we can go from there. If you can't, then it's just speculation.
Okay, I'm going to go a little bit further than that.
No, I would like for you to provide it, or else it's just speculation.
No, not speculation.
It would be speculation
at all. Can I? Let me go ahead and finish. So this is what I'm saying. Like you said, Trump put it into policy. It has always been a law that to be in the U.S. undocumented is illegal, correct?
It hasn't always been a law, But it is a law, yes.
So with that being said, Trump
I think this is
is
crazy how you trying to
only
pivot and you're not
no,
providing the
I'm not.
evidence. I think that's
Listen,
crazy.
listen.
You made a positive claim,
On your
but
no. Hold on
you
for a
need
second.
to
On your
provide
site,
us
it
with
said
evidence
why.
that
It said
during the
why. You
Obama
said why you're a
administration,
Trump
there
supporter.
was a systematic approach to separating families. That was your thing. You said that, and you used it as an example.
Listen, let me
I
finish.
didn't bring it up. You did.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up then. When
Then give
these
us the
ICE
evidence.
raids are the ICE raids that are going on right now are not brand new.
Tisk.
Listen.
Tisk.
There have always been ICE raids, not to the extent that we're having them now. In the event when Obama was president, when Clinton was president, all of them, there have always
I don't know how there were
been
ICE raids during
raids.
Clinton when ICE wasn't established until 2003.
Maybe I'm using ICE because there were raids on undocumented immigrants. Okay, when those immigrants were
Jesus Christ on a
removed.
ham biscuit.
No, you just need to let me finish.
Hector,
I understand you.
Bubba's downstairs.
You said, why do you still support
And
Trump?
I'm saying, why
And
haven't you provided the evidence yet? You are stalling, my friend.
I'm not
You are
stalling. I'm not stalling if you let me finish.
You're just talking.
Let me
You're
finish.
rambling. You're not
I'm
getting
not
to a
talking.
point.
What I'm telling you
You are
is
talking.
there have always been illegal immigrants rounded up. And in those instances, when they had children, their children were removed from them.
Pooper, get off the pot.
No,
that's not
actually
family
not the
separation.
case.
You're actually talking about very different things now. I really, come on, be serious here.
Now explain it. What's the difference?
At the border. You mentioned separation at the border, and that's what we were talking about. All right. And Donald Trump systematically separated children from their parents because he had the no tolerance policy in place. I need you to understand that.
So it matters whether it's at the border or not?
Excuse me. Another thing, all right, is that when it comes to ICE, one of the policies that actually was in place, is that you try to keep families together. They even did so under the Bush and the Obama administrations and also under the Biden administration. However, under the Trump administration, what we have is, once again, families being separated in these detention centers. That's what's happening. I need you to understand that, but it doesn't seem that you get that part. They're not being housed together. But you still haven't provided us with the evidence.
Okay, I have a cousin. Listen, I have a cousin that was picked up, not at the border, illegally
Hector, you got
documented, picked up, and as well, children separated, cousin deported. Okay? So that's why I'm trying to tell you. Now it seems like you're just saying
no one's here
separated at the
contesting
border.
against undocumented migrants being deported from the United States, especially the ones that have been convicted of violent crimes. What we are arguing are the methods that are utilized and the lack of transparency, not only in the numbers, but in the enforcement, the reduction of standards for the employees who are rushed into training and then sent out into the streets to shoot and terrorize Americans and immigrants alike. Those are the criticisms that we're making. And in those previous administrations where parents were separated by their children, yes, it was temporary and it was short to ensure that the person was who they say they were, whether a parent, a family member, or legal guardian. And it wasn't permanent. Versus this
Well, I will apologize on this. When I saw your feed live, the only thing that I saw, I didn't hear the full conversation. I saw, if you are a Trump supporter, call in. That's what I was calling in for. But I see that you're arguing a bit of a difference as far as the policy with, the families being separated at the border versus before trying to get them back together. I get what you're saying, but I was only calling into this one thing. One more thing. When I say agreeing with a Trump supporter, I do agree with some of the things that he is implementing. I do not agree with his. I do not agree. I do not agree with the way
ma'am.
he is going
you spent
about
quite a bit
doing
of time
things.
talking about what you don't agree with, which has been vague.
I agree.
And just saying
I agree.
This was happening before. Can you tell me what
I don't agree. Okay,
Can
so
you tell me
for
what you
instance,
agree with?
What I do agree with. I do agree
Yes.
with the cutbacks and things with the government and laying individuals off. Do I agree with the way he went about doing it? Absolutely not. But I do think that the fraud and Doge, that whole
Those employees that were
branch needed
laid
to be
off
created.
by the hundreds
But
of
that's why I
thousands
said, listen,
were not
I said I don't agree
fraudulent.
with the
They
way
weren't
that it was.
participating in fraud. They weren't fired for poor performance.
don't-
They were fired
I
just
don't.
because.
That's why I
'Cause
said
you followed
I
up with
don't
Doge.
agree with the
But
way
no, you said you
that
agree with it. But then the basis for that agreement, as you followed up with Doge, getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse, is
Listen
contradictory to
words
the
that I
reasons why
said.
the Trump administration fired hundreds of thousands
No.
of people.
Listen to the words that I said. I do agree that it needed to be created, Doge. I do agree that a lot of the jobs that were X'd out needed to be X'd out. Now, I do not agree with the way that it was carried out. That I think was wrong. And I do agree with him carrying out a lot of the laws that are already on books. I just do not agree with the way that they are being enforced.
So,
Now,
his
does that-
enforcement would
is that
determine if he
clear?
was actually carrying out the law legally or not, in which case we have evidence to support the claim that he has been. He's been violating the law and the Constitution from day one. W's in the
that's
chat to
not
Brianna for the
government in
$10
general. It's
Venmo.
not just
For the
Trump.
Ashwagandha Fund, thank you so much. It's working so far, but yikes.
ma'am, please,
W's in
one
the chat to Brooke for the
Go ahead.
Well,
Hector. Tell her-
can I
W's
say
in
one
the
more
chat to Brooke
thing
for
and
the
I'm gonna
$2
let
cash app.
y'all
One
go?
for
Hold
Erica.
on one
I
moment,
appreciate
ma'am.
y'all.
Control
Thank you,
yourself.
Brooke.
Can I-
W.
One
Can I
moment.
say one more
Hector's
thing?
talking.
And
He
I'll
said
go ahead
thank
and
you to
go?
his friends.
Yeah.
One moment.
Jesus Christ. Ooh. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be Erica's links in the bio. Make sure you're double tapping the screen, doing all the good things alongside your heart me's, your shares, your comments, your subscriptions. Make sure we are engaging with the engagement. Of course, if you want to support me, you know what to do. Back to you, ma'am.
One moment, Hector. One moment.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Melvin, for the $10 super chat. Mr. Melvin said, history lesson, Erica and Hector. During the Civil War, Lincoln invited abolitionists to D.C. to discuss immigration. I get why our forefathers said no, but do you at times wish we would have taken Lincoln's offer?
No.
Damn it. No, nobody was asking. No, that wasn't a question for you.
Is she black?
Oh, sorry.
I don't not know. No, I don't.
No, hell no. No, Mr. Melvin, no. No. I have other thoughts, all right? But that's for a Zoom call. Just want to let you know that. But no, taking the offer to be basically like deported to another country, thank fucking God.
They went skedaddle. You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle.
Jesus
Somebody
Christ.
said skedaddle.
Ugh.
Well,
Thank you, Mr.
You
Melvin.
know how to pick them.
You know how to pick them. The fudge? What? Huh? Thank you, Mr. Melvin. But no, sir. I don't know. To be like to basically Liberia? Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Because all they would have done is what they do is destabilization. That's it. That's all they would have done is destabilization. All right, robbed at us some of resources. All right, and then tell people that you bad because you're trying to come here and you shouldn't come here. Go back to your country. Is what they would have did. Like nah.
Yeah.
That brings us to another point. Mm-mm. You know what? Should I just go take a nap?
Is it nap time?
I can't be tired already. Only been here for an hour and a half. People are exhausting. Exhausting, I tell ya. Anywho, Trump supporters, request up. You are the demographic of people we like to have a conversation with. Chat, let's do a thing here. Let's make sure that we're putting our favorite hashtag in the chat. All right, let's pick up the engagement. All right, let's go ahead and knock out the remaining 20 of the lipsticky thingies. Also, let me see here. Don't know what this thing is doing. My phone is acting weird. Okay, there we go. Let's get Hector up to 5,000 coins. Thank you. I love you. All right, let's do that. I love you. Oh, maybe if I say that the whole time, then I could be like in the middle of a conversation with a Trump supporter and just say, I love you. They'll think it's weird.
Yeah, they get annoyed when we thank people for gifts and stuff.
They do for something. I love you. Thank you. Shout out to Queen for the galaxy for Hector. I love you.
Thank you so much, Queen.
I love you. Oh, it's on. Oh, it went on that cheek. Cool. Okay. I love you. I gotta see who sent it.
My back hurts.
Your back hurts? I love you.
Yeah.
Why your back hurt?
I pulled something in the gym today.
Oh, I thought you was about to say something else. I was about to say it.
I'm about to say something else. My back hurts carrying these debates for some of these people, man.
Oh, that was wicked work.
Yeah.
Wicked work.
I just want to be stimulated every now and then.
Me too.
Really stimulated. I think it would be nice.
Me too. I don't want to talk to people like about transgender people. I want let them people be. Let them be. Let them be. I really wanted to engage with that person, that black guy that was on your live yesterday, who had the audacity to say that we shouldn't have had the Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
What?
He ran because he didn't know nothing about it.
When I tell you that lit a fire under me, I was like, oh no, honey. Oh no. I can't believe he said that out of his mouth. Like, why would you say that?
Jess. Unapologetically.
These nickels. Like, what are we doing? I have no idea. Like, what? No, seriously. Because, what? They don't understand. The thing that the confusion with the Jim Crow laws, not Jim Crow, but the Civil Rights Act is that it did not give black people rights. It didn't give us rights. We've actually always had our rights, right? We always had them. The thing is that they had Jim Crow laws in place to diminish those rights. All right. And so basically what happened with the Civil Rights Act is that it got rid of Jim Crow. So the rights that we've always had, we could actually exercise. That's the only thing. That is the only thing. So
it gave us some more fair enforcement.
Yep.
Because that was another issue.
Yep.
We had some shit on the books. How many times did judges take up the cases of discrimination and everything else? Vastly different conversation.
That part. And so, yeah. You know what, Hector? I've been wanting to make a video about how, like, when it comes to black people in the United States of America, like the descendants of slaves, just black people in the U.S., is that what's not understood is, I love you, is that they are basically, I love you, is they're making it pretty much to where they're trying to say that everyone can experience racism. So then you can say that racism doesn't exist, because if everyone can experience it, then how can anyone experience it, right?
Precisely.
Doesn't make sense.
Did you know that Kamala Harris is currently in Nevada and they're awaiting to speak to her, or she speaks to leaders of the Nevada Democratic Party about the stakes of the 2026 midterms?
Is it going to be live streamed?
It's being live streamed right now. They're waiting on it.
Where?
I'm watching it now. I'll send it to you.
Please.
I'll send it.
We can watch that. I'm going to stay on for about another hour and a half. I got to figure out what to feed Bubba. Hey, Bubba, can I let the chat decide what you eat for dinner?
No mac and cheese.
Just no mac and cheese?
I mean mac and cheese.
You want mac and cheese for dinner?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm hungry.
Since when is mac and cheese a meal, Bubba? Are you putting something in it?
You got
What you
enough
putting in
there.
it?
Put some chicken in there.
You putting fried chicken in it, Bubba?
Hey,
Yeah. You're both Aquarius. It makes sense.
I'm just saying, you got to put your protein in there. If it's too much cheese, it ain't that good. You got to mix it with stuff. Sprinkle some parsley. Some people do. Like
Bubba is not
stuffing
eating
with
hot
breadcrumbs.
dogs for dinner. He won't do it. He
Mm,
won't do that. I don't eat hot dogs.
hot dogs for dinner is wild.
I didn't eat hot dogs as a kid. One time my cousin told me what they were made of. I was like 7. I was like, fuck that.
I think I've only ever had a real hot dog once in my life.
I don't. Oh, Hector, did y'all have like cookouts and stuff when you was growing up?
Kind of, sort of, not officially.
Oh,
It was
okay.
different, but basically.
Okay. So like at a FBA cookout, I ain't shit. At an FBA cookout, how it worked is that, the kids could only have like hot dogs and burgers, right? Could only have hot dogs and burgers, while the adults could have like the steaks and the ribs and stuff, But my mom, she went with that shit, right? All right. Cause her whole thing was like, you know what? If my child wants a steak, she gonna get a steak. If she wants a rib, she gonna get a rib. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And like I had a bunch of cousins, but I was the only child. Man, my mom used to piss her siblings off. Cause I am not eating a hot dog. I eat a hamburger, but I'm not eating a hot dog. I refuse to eat a hot dog. I just can't do it. Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie, for the giraffe.
Valerie.
I'm tall like one too.
He's 5'7". He's 5'7". Yes.
This is
Yes, he is.
propaganda.
Yeah,
To make
5'7".
themselves feel taller. It's crazy.
Shout out, hey y'all. Shout out to Mr. Melvin for the $20 super chat. Mr. Melvin, thank you very, very much. Mr. Melvin said, point taken, forgot that Haiti just paid off their debt to the U.S. I would like to see what would happen if they didn't have our creativity, knowledge, and strength. As one of my favorite creators on this app says, and it's actually a prompt of hers, shout out to Swan, right, is that white men need white supremacy to survive. Yep, they do. So that's what I'm going to say to that. And shout out to Mr. Melvin, because please, please, please do drop the hearts in the chat for Mr. Melvin, because that last line was a bar, all right? They wouldn't make it. They wouldn't make it. I don't think people understand. Go ahead, Hector. I'm talking a lot.
No, I was about. It's separate. Finish up because it's about to be talking about this other thing.
Oh, okay. So I don't think what people understand is how much intellectual property, so creativity, that was stolen from Black people, especially the enslaved prior to 1865. They don't understand. A lot. Like they would say that the cotton gin was something that was an original thought. Nope. Nope.
Not the slightest. What?
He actually took a method that the enslaved people were using, and also something that women were using, all right, to actually patent to come up with the cotton gin, because the slaves were they would take some type of tool, like the tool that's in the cotton gin that they use to get the seeds out of the cotton. The enslaved were already using that tool. They had made it themselves. So it's makeshift. And they were using it themselves to actually get the seeds out of the cotton, right? And to run it through, and he took that, and basically he was able to do that. And you know what? Karma's a bitch, because he died poor. Eli Whitley, he died poor. And because that's what happens when you steal.
Ooh.
I said it. They still use that shit today.
Yeah, they're still profiting off of that shit
and
today.
He died poor. I'm relishing in that. Give me a moment. Okay. Did you send a link and you were about to say something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Discord. W's in the chat to Ivan for the $2 Venmo. I'm hopping in on the FBA roast. In an FBA barbecue, they add raisins to the potato salad and probably eat their chicken with paprika.
Bruh.
So hold on. Why we shitting on paprika, sir?
I like paprika.
What am I missing
How you
here?
say it, paprika?
First, I don't know if he accidentally did this. I'm assuming it was. He spelled the
Paprika.
paprika. I think you meant paprika.
No, Ivan be typing fast.
Ivan be typing fast.
He be
Ivan,
typing
slow down,
fast.
man. Slow down, nigga. Slow down. I promise you.
Yeah, that's all that is.
No, but no paprika hate, but raisins and potato salad is diabolical.
Ain't no way.
Somebody in my Discord, Erica.
Mm-hmm.
You could take a wild guess as to who. Somebody in my Discord made a recipe and had the nerve to post it in the food lobby. Raisins and mac and cheese.
It was Jordan, wasn't it?
No, that's rude.
Don't tell him I said that.
You have me
here?
defending Jordan, and
Is
I don't
he here?
defend that nigga. You gotta be defending Jordan.
Jordan
That's
here?
crazy. No, I don't know.
Hope he at work. Jordan's not here. Okay, he's not.
It's
If he
in
was
the
here, he
channel.
would've said something. Hey, Mr. Ty. All
If
right.
you're in my Discord, you can go see it in the For the Eats lobby. That's the food lobby.
They put
Mac and
raisins
cheese
macaroni
with
and
raisins in
cheese.
it. I wanted to ban him. I
would've-
still do.
I would have kicked their asses out. I don't know who that was, but I
do.
would have kicked their ass out. Don't you come over here with that blasphemy.
Crazy.
Blasphemy. But also shout out to Ivan for the two. Ivan wanted to add on to their last comment. Ivan said the VRA, they're now based on this. Now based on the previous guests, they are now deportation and immigration experts. I'm none of those things. I'm not a gynecologist. I'm not an attorney or anything. I just pretend to be one on TV. That's it. That's it. I just pretend to be one on TV. And I had to tell one person, because I can't remember what the heck I was arguing. I was arguing how they could actually charge Trump with intent on the whatchamacallit, on those cases, and how it went over it. And basically it's because they set the groundwork that they didn't have to agree on what the intent was, only that he had the intent to do something illegal, right? And so a few of them agreed that it was to interfere with the 2016 election, and some of them didn't agree, but the majority did find that there was intent there. And so that's what happened on that case. I can't even fully say that I 100% agree with it, but I do know that a TikTok lawyer tried to argue that they never tried that before. And I was like, yeah, they did. And I gave her a whole bunch of cases, and she tried to prove it wrong. And it didn't work out. So yeah, I just pretend to be one on TV. I really wish I had better memory though. Is Kamala speaking?
No, but someone speaking is not heard just yet. They're doing the introduction. I am reading the comments here on this live stream. For those of
on
you,
YouTube?
yeah.
They evil,
Eric's
ain't
gonna
they?
pull it up once Kamala starts speaking. So, Kama Lama Ding Dong is a non-citizen Indian.
No, you have to
raised
make
in Canada.
No. You have to get. They pay. They pay to get that shit read out loud. Fuck them.
The
Fuck 'em,
comments
girl,
is
fuck 'em.
written with
Fuck 'em,
bullshit
girl,
like
fuck
that.
'em. Fuck 'em, girl,
They're
fuck 'em.
still going off. We're about 2 years away from that. They're still going off.
That's what I say.
Ain't y'all embarrassed
They don't know what
to
that
still
is.
be lying to yourselves?
They don't know what
No
embarrassed
shame.
is.
Bring back shame. Anyway, get the likes up.
Tap the screen, y'all. Hey, James, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, did you say yes?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, all right. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
My age, I am 26 years old.
Okay, all right. Is that her on? That's not her on the stage, is it?
No.
Okay,
I'm
no.
looking. I'll tell you
You
what
know
you
I
want.
ain't got my eyes on. I'm almost 60. Lord, can't see. I'm like, that ain't Kamala. She ain't shaped like that. Okay, I said that got a whole lot of junk in the trunk. Okay, I love you. All right, why are you still supporting Trump?
The reason why I support our President Trump, It's because
Did you just wake
Sir,
up from a
please
nap?
get your right hand out of your pants.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
are you talking to me?
Yeah, why are you talking like
Yes.
that? Did you just like wake up from a nap?
I just got high testosterone, you know. I'm a man.
I don't think
This
that's
can't
how.
be real
Okay.
life.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna match the energy. Hey man, go ahead and tell us why you voted for Donald John Trump.
I like your
President
tonality.
45.
And I'm
I
just gonna do
appreciate
this.
that. And
No,
47.
trans people. What? What did you? Why did you vote for Trump? Why not vote? Why are you still supporting him? Jesus Christ, bro! I just want to talk to normal
You know
people,
what?
man.
Yeah,
You got one more
I
time,
actually
teacup.
I like your tonality, man. I think we're gonna have a good discussion here today.
I have no doubt in my mind that you are going to have a great time. So,
I am.
yeah. Why do you support
disgusted
Trump, bro?
Listen, he's done so much for our country, man. He's a great human being. I mean, where can I start?
Can you define a great human being?
Great human being, yeah. So he supports people. I mean, the whole reason why you're doing this podcast is because of him. He is the reason why y'all are even up here.
I would argue that the whole reason we are doing this show is because we are political commentators. So irregardless of whoever was the president of the United States, we would be commentating on their behaviors, policies, and actions. And if it was a Democratic president, we would be complimenting and then criticizing some of their failures. And if it was a Republican president, we just have more materials to work with.
Yeah,
These
but
platforms exist separate from Donald Trump.
Okay,
It just so
okay.
happens that Donald Trump is the president of the United States, so you can't talk about politics necessarily without talking about him.
But there's one thing that you've said that was supposed to be, incorrect. Because what you've done there was you've taken the word liberal and used it against its own sort of, I guess you can say, nature or presupposition.
I actually never said the word liberal. Those words never came out of my mouth.
Yeah, but you gotta realize that Donald Trump he's a formal billionaire. He's got a lot of money in the bank, and
I don't know what
know what I'm
that has to
saying?
do with your original point, which is that he is a good person who helps people. Or great guy. You said great guy, stand-up guy who helps people.
To be honest, I think Donald
Oh my
Trump.
God, it's changing again. Jesus Christ, what are we going to fucking United Nations? The hell? What the fuck are we doing here?
I'm so sorry. This is my real accent. I'm actually Nigerian. I want to scam you. Is it possible?
If you don't go eat some goddamn jollof rice and get off my panel, get now.
Man. Take care, guys. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
His right hand was definitely in his pants.
I hate it here. Like, for real.
Also, thank y'all. I'm almost at 8K coins. Let's go.
Oh my God, y'all are fucking awesome. Awesome. Friggin' awesome. Let's get it. That's me getting it. I want to see Kamala though. Is that her? No, that's not her. I can't. How long we gotta wait? How long we gotta wait? I'm only here to see Kamala.
Do this 20 minute
Kamala.
thing.
Kamala. Oh wait.
Yikes.
Let me fast forward it. Is this live? This is live, right? I ask questions that I really don't have to ask. Oh yeah, she's coming up now, Hector.
Mm-hmm. That's her.
There she go. There she goes. There she goes again. I gotta find my thingy. That's where my eyes don't work.
Y'all know it's still her fault while the economy's trash? Do y'all know that?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
crazy.
Oh, it's good to be back. Hi, everyone. Danielle, thank you for that beautiful introduction and your leadership. Let's sit down and talk.
Does it sound good?
A little low, but yeah, we hear.
I'm gonna turn her up then.
Hey, it looks like they're ready. Well,
There we go.
Vice President Harris, welcome back to the battle-born state.
Thank you. Good to be back. Hi, I see many friends.
You've been to Nevada many times over the years, though. You're no stranger to Nevada.
No, Nevada's my first cousin.
But let's catch up. Fill us in. How have you been, and what have you been up to?
Oh, thank you. I am well. All things considered, I am well. Doug is well and sends his best to everybody. Our kids are well. I've been traveling a lot, and I've had this real need to just listen, and so I've been traveling our country and listening to a lot of folks, and that's been good. It's been good to do. It's there's a lot of suffering, we know, and fear, and all of the emotions that one.
Thank you, Mr. Melvin,
rightly
for the
feels
$5
when
super
they
chat. I
see
appreciate you, friend. We all
brutality
need
and
to be
the injustice
cleansed.
of what we have witnessed. But I will tell you, my travels,
Thank you,
there's a
Tara.
lot that should give us hope also, and renew our faith in what is possible, especially when we, like we are doing this afternoon, sit together as a community of people who care and who love and who fight for what's right, and who maintain an understanding that anything that we stand for is worth fighting for, and we stand for a lot, and we're up for a good fight.
Thank you. We've, a few of us have been traveling the state and doing just that, and I think that's really.
Can you turn it up?
Well, you
Yeah, I gotta figure
recently
that part
gave a
out.
speech where you said we need a
It is low.
post-Trump vision.
Is the YouTube bar on
specifically
full?
calls for
Like
a
on the
revival
actual
of
stream?
the American dream,
Nah.
and you are speaking to my heart here. I am a die-hard
That did it.
believer in restoring the American dream because my
There you
family
guys go.
lived it. So can you talk to us about
should be
what that
better.
looks like?
Well,
It
let's
is,
start
thank
with
you.
this. Look, for far too many people in our country, the American dream is not real. And in fact, for many people in their lived experience, it's what they would consider an American myth. And we have to be honest about that. So in my travels, I've been spending a lot of time, for example, in the South. I was in Jackson, Mississippi. And what I've been doing is meeting with, in particular, nonprofits and meeting with the folks that they serve. And so I met this woman, got to know her, and I went grocery shopping with her.
Thank you, Nate, for the Mother's Day
She
gift
is
over on the
a
tube.
mother
Appreciate
of
you.
3 children. She receives SNAP benefits. She likes to do hair, but she needs a license, so she's putting herself through cosmetology school. Her weekly budget for food for the 4 of them is $150. We went grocery shopping. I went grocery shopping with her. At the discount grocery store, the cart barely can move.
The hell can you do with $150?
She's picking out things, putting them in the cart. I then asked her, then this is a woman with grace and with dignity and poise. And I asked her, well, what's in the cart for you? And that was the only time she broke down to share that she will eat whatever the kids don't eat. She was explaining to me, when we were kids, like the Chef Boyardee came in a can. It's now in like a red plastic cup. And she was explaining how it's more expensive now than it was a couple months ago. Because all tariffs and all, right, all this ridiculousness. We then go we go into the beverage aisle, and she's buying bottled water. Now, on that tight budget, she explained to me she's buying bottled water because you see the water that comes out of her tap is brown. And sometimes it's so bad she can't bathe her children in that water. And she looks at me and she says, you know, there are a lot of people like me. And this was the thing that was most poignant. And she said, don't they see me? When they're talking about the economy as this and that, don't they see me? And she's working hard. She's taking care of her children. She loves her children. She's putting herself through school. She wants a better life for herself and her family. So when I talk about the American dream for so many people has become an American myth, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the woman I met who shared with me, she's documented. Her husband is not. Her children are born here. They are, obviously. And she's a housekeeper, and she was explaining to me how the building in which most of the folks that she knows, immigrants, live, an apartment building, it's like 30% occupancy right now. It never has been that way. Why? Because they know that these buildings are where the raids are happening. So families have moved out of those buildings and are now renting basically unfinished basements in people's house scattered out around the community so that they won't be a target. So paying more money than they should ever be paying for an unfinished basement. How women that live in her community are not going to the hospital to give birth for fear that their baby will be taken from them. These things are happening in America. So when I think about all of this, and I think about the fact that right here in Nevada, because of what's going on, you know, we can talk about, you know, we can talk, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. But here in Nevada, it costs $20 more at least to fill your tank than it did months ago. Here in Nevada, it costs $1,500 more a year because of all the tariffs, right, which we predicted. When you look at how many people are struggling, I just say that it is time for us, I think, to agree as part of our vision that not only are we going to deal with the crises of this moment and fight and march and organize and vote, but we also have to have a vision, and part of that vision in my mind has to be about let's a revival of the American dream. An American revival. And you know, I'm talking about good old home, like, revival. You know, like, if any of you have been, like, at a church revival, you know, there's some shouting and some singing and some dancing and some, like,
Hallelujah.
It can be good, right? But a revival. And what does that look like? Well, where if you work a 40-hour week, you can afford your rent and food on the table and maybe a vacation from time to time, not scraping to get by, praying you can get through the end of the month. What does that look like? It means affordable housing, affordable childcare, and not scraping to get by, when right now in America, childcare is in some places more expensive than rent.
Not even rent, even a mortgage payment.
When we talk about caring about families. Revival of American dream, where we have a tax code that's not just about benefiting vast wealth, but about benefiting hard work. A public education system.
Yep.
Right? Revival of an American dream, where we have a public education system.
That part, how is this radical?
That is about
they say, like Nina said,
our young, bright minds
they call
for
this
the
radical.
workforce of the 21st century, and not for a lifetime of debt. These are the things, right? And so that's what I'm talking about and thinking about and calling for, which is, we know that when we have been at that state where we believe in that hard work pays off, that being engaged in the community and being a responsible civic member, right, engaged in our community, that pays off. Because right now, there's so many people who don't believe that they can dream and actually achieve something. And I've traveled not only around our country, but around the world. And when you look at what is happening in our country in terms of our psyche right now, we got some work to do. And it's going to be the work of all of us, by the way. I know it's the work of the people in this room. That's why we're all here together this afternoon. But it's got to be all of us, right? I mean, I think part of it is about a civic renewal. You know, I'm traveling and people ask me all the time, what can I do? Well, you all know what to do. That's why we're all here together. That's why you're active in the party. That's why you're knocking on doors and organizing and reminding people of the power of their vote. You know, a civic renewal. People say, well, what does that mean? I said, well, you know, like they've been cutting all the benefits to all of these nonprofits who are taking care of the homeless, who are taking care of families who are in need. Volunteer, right? You'd be shocked the number of nonprofits that if you call them up and say, hey, I got $10 extra, can I send it to you? Or I got one day a month that I can come in for a few hours, what that would mean. I'm like, heck, you know what? Do the things that are about the power of neighbor to neighbor, right? The power of the individual in a community. It could mean, you know, you're going to go on a Costco run, and then you tell that single father or single mother that, you know, hey, I'm about to run to Costco. Can I pick up anything for you? Because in this environment right now, people are feeling so unseen and heard, and they're feeling so alone. And when we try to think about how are we going to get through this, we cannot let these forces that are about brutality, we cannot let this administration that is the most corrupt, callous, and incompetent presidential administration we've ever seen.
Specifically that part.
We cannot let them
You let them
distinguish
running
our
rampant.
spirit. They can't extinguish our spirit. We have, each of us, a light inside of us. We've known those moments where we enjoyed this so much. That was in each of us. Nobody gave it to any of us. It was in us, and we saw it in each other, that light. And in particular in moments of darkness, that light is most important. And so that's how I'm thinking about this moment. And when I talk about, you know, I'm calling for a revival of the American dream, it's about all of that. But it is about putting the power with the people. Right?
Yeah, thank you for that. I want to say thank you because there were a couple of things you said.
Hector,
you talked about
not her
Americans
having cogent arguments.
Right now, so thank you
That
for
was a
fighting
linear
for
thought.
restoring that American dream, to make it a dream and no longer
She
a
didn't
myth.
talk about whales.
You said you went grocery shopping.
Nuking hurricanes.
You met her where she was.
That part.
You went out and you met the voters where they were.
And can you
probably
believe
guys,
made her
she's
feel
staying
seen
awake?
for the first time.
Friendly reminder, she's not campaigning right now. She's just talking to people. I don't know what talking points you want to rehearse. The fuck?
I have another question for you. So, often here in America, we can feel isolated from the impacts of global issues. But right now, we aren't. We have gas prices soaring, and a lot of us look at what's happening with U.S. leadership around the world, and we are incredibly concerned and scared sometimes too. You spent a lot of your time as vice president working to rebuild America's relationships. What do you think about what's happening right now, and do you think America's reputation can recover?
So, you know, that's actually a great segue from where we were, because like a revival of the American dream includes that we as a nation agree that it is consistent with that dream and creating opportunity in our nation, that we would have and invest in affordable health care and affordable housing and affordable child care, and not in a war that nobody wants, right? Billions of dollars. And so, you know, where we are, I'm very concerned, I must admit, but I think we can get on the other side of this, and I also believe it's going to take some time. As Vice President of the United States, I've met with over 150 world leaders, presidents, prime ministers, chancellors, and kings, many of them multiple times, and I developed relationships with them. And I will tell you something. Donald Trump is the first president of the United States of either party, Republican or Democrat, since World War II, who has thumbed his nose at the importance of America's relationships with our allies. Thumbed his nose at it, walked away from them, points fingers at them, calls them names, degrades them in the Oval Office. He's the first president of the United States of either party who has not assumed a responsibility, imperfect though we may be, to be a standard bearer around international rules and norms, such as sovereignty and territorial integrity. See what's happening in Ukraine. First one. And you know, these relationships, foreign relations, it's really like relationships in your personal life. So your friendships, the strength of a friendship will be based on, do we have mutually recognized the history of the relationship, where we've been, what we've been through? Is there truth and honesty in the relationship? Is there consistency in the relationship? Can I count on you? Are you—
That part, the truth and honesty, like Iran, I don't care what y'all say about them, what like any detractor tries to say about them. The main thing is that they can't trust the United States of America because twice thus far within the Trump second administration, second admin, all right, has the Trump administration gone back on their word when it came to these attacks. Like, we literally, I remember we told them last year, May of last year, that they had, I believe it was 2 weeks. He had given them that time. And then like a few days later, boom, we dropped 3 bombs on them. And then this time they met on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I can't recall, but they met in February. By all indications, the talks were going well. And then boom, we dropped bombs on them. Come on. All right, and we haven't stopped? No, I wouldn't trust them.
Following the Thursday. Saturday following the Thursday that we met with them.
Okay, yep. So, like, how are they supposed to trust what it is that we say to them? Hey, I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. And that's why she equates it to relationships, because that's what it is. If someone is constantly lying to you, then how are you going to trust that they're going to do what they say they're going to do? Like, look at Israel and Gaza, right? Like, every single time there's a ceasefire, what happens? Israel strikes Gaza some way, somehow, and more Palestinians end up dead. Israel is doing that now to Lebanon.
Signing it.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but she makes a very fair point. Makes a very fair point. This could have been our president, but you know, y'all hate women. And y'all also hate black women, but they ain't black. That's weird, right? Ain't that weird, Hector? I don't get it.
They're not black, but that black bit. Crazy.
Are you present? And he has abandoned so many of these relationships. NATO. Understand. Listen, as vice
get out of
president,
NATO. That's crazy.
I went and represented the United States of America at the Munich Security Conference every year. And I would speak in front of our NATO allies in Munich. And I'll tell you, the first time I went, I realized how much The 1930s are in their blood and bones as a memory of how things can go and how bad it can be. And not as much, I think, in our memory of what tyranny and fascism and brutality and abuse of power can look like. You know, when I look at what's happening, in addition to all of that and because of it, America has become more unreliable. We've become unreliable to our friends. Unreliable as a friend. To the young leaders here, you don't want to ever be an unreliable friend. And we have also, therefore, lost our influence. And again, I will say, imperfect though we certainly are, whatever influence that we may have had to talk about issues like human rights, democracy, we're losing our influence. And what that will mean is extraordinary in terms of America's security and prosperity. Because, you know, let's remember, when America isolated ourselves, we have a history of this. And then Pearl Harbor happened. And then we decided, oh, we can't go it alone and disregard what's happening in the world. So I'm very concerned about it. And, you know, when you look at this war in Iran, which the American people do not want, which was not authorized by conference, but even if it was, it should not have been initiated. He talked about obliterating, and then he said, oh, he did. It's all just bullshit.
There you go. Just say it. Just say it. It's bullshit.
You made me do that.
It's bullshit.
I promise I'm not
say it, Kamala. Say it.
Anymore.
Drop some hearts in the chat for Kamala Harris.
You made me do that. She was over here, just say it. but what is happening though is we are not only losing our authority, we are literally engaged where we're talking about billions of dollars, where we're talking about gas prices going up, where we're talking about the American people suffering. And for what? And that's, you know, this is part of how we have to understand how the irresponsibility of this administration is profound. And by the way, back to the analogy about friendships. So as vice president, I also spent a lot of time in the context of the Indo-Pacific and in the Indo-Pacific. I traveled and spent a lot of time with the leaders of Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia. Because, you know, we here on this coast of the country, we know that our relationship to the Indo-Pacific is a direct one. And so I spent time with the leaders of those nations, understanding that where we can have and find common ground, we must. So they have pretty much completely abandoned that focus. And as we all know, nature abhors a vacuum. So guess who's moving on in? Somebody asked me recently, where does China fit into all this? And I kind of flippantly said, well, they're just sitting back eating the popcorn. But really what's happening is they're moving in to fill a void. I spent time as vice president working on...
Hector, how many times have we said that? That China is basically taking the place of the United States of America in regards to soft power because of how they're moving behind the scenes. So while we're out here demonstrating peace through strength and being a bully, all right, and just destroying shit, being a friggin', what is it? All right, a bull in a china shop, right? Like China is making moves, and I don't like what they're doing in Africa with their imperialism, because they are, you know, taking over the cobalt mines out there in the Congo. right? They are basically taking over towns in Western Africa and telling the people that they can't come there. I think that's wicked work. Oh, thank you, Moon. All right, and it's awful. Yet at the same time, they're doing what the United States of America has done for decades, if not a century, right? They're supplying the aid that these countries need in order to keep their people alive. All right, they're stepping in and providing the prep. Where the United States decided that people don't need prep, let them catch HIV. Right, that's what they said. All right, so like that, they're providing the immunizations, so the vaccines and whatnot. They're providing the contraceptives. They're doing that. They even offer money to the families of the little girls that were killed in Manab. They offer, I believe, $200,000 to each family. Like, they're stepping in. And I'm trying to tell y'all, all right, Donald Trump, keep fucking around. All right, we're going to see China number one on that stage. Then what? Then y'all going to tell us how great America still is?
Make it make sense.
It don't.
And even if it's not through that direct aid, which is one hell of an incentive for you to cooperate with China, it's them going, hey, we're more stable than them, more trustworthy than those guys. That is literally all they need. It's dangerous. It's terrible.
That part. I'm sorry, I got the puzzle piece. Okay, I had to fix it. Okay. Here we go.
Changing the narrative between the relationship of the United States of America with the continent of Africa.
I love you.
That it should not only be about aid, but it should be about partnership. Understanding that by 2050, it is estimated that 1 in 4 people on Earth will be on the continent of Africa. You know how he talks about African nations.
That's why they want to recolonize it. Oh, that's what it looks like?
Russia.
Pretty, thank you.
You want to know who's the big winner on the Iranian war? Russia. Because of the oil issue, what has he done? He's lifted sanctions on Russia. You know what that means? They're making money to sell oil that otherwise they were prevented from selling. What else does it mean? We're sending artillery, ammunition, air defense that otherwise would be going to Ukraine. So the consequences are profound. You're talking about taking over Greenland, which is a territory of Denmark, which is a NATO ally. So, but he's not. I'm not going to dismiss him as being an idiot. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. And
say it louder.
And America's
he is dangerous as hell.
Security and prosperity are in the hands and on the line in terms of what he does and does not do. Greenland, anything we want and would have wanted, we could get diplomatically. And you're talking about, Article 5 of the NATO, so I know y'all didn't want to hear all this, but I'm just going to share it with you. Look, the NATO alliance, right, it is the strongest military alliance the world has ever known. And there's a part of it, Article 5, which basically is kind of like all for one and one for all. If you are a NATO ally, if we are both NATO allies... and
Pop quiz. What's Article 5? Pop quiz.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Pop quiz. Not for you to chat.
Oh.
Pop quiz. What's Article 5 in the NATO? All right, awesome. Benita got it. Okay, what's the name? What country is the only country to use Article 5? Yep, Jody got it. Well, she got it first, but everyone got it right. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful. Kamala's going to tell us the answer, but yes, chat, y'all got it. Did we get it over here? Did we get it over here on the tube too? Yes, good. Yep, the tube got it also. At least we're not in denial. Yeah, because you know what's so funny, Hector, is that when they talk about how like we don't need NATO, we put so much money into it, and I'm like, bruh, it's proportional to your GDP. Come on, what are we doing?
They never look at it from the percentage point, just the
The
capital.
total, the total number, and it's proportional. It's like they can understand per capita when they want to be racist. Think about that. They can understand per capita when they want to be racist, but any other reason, they can't understand it. They don't understand proportions, percentages, nothing for anything else other than when they want to be racist and say, well, 13% of the population. Anywho, back to Kamala.
When you get attacked, I'm stepping up to help you. Article 5. Okay? So if we're talking about initiating a military action in Greenland, that would ignite
Erica Shop Susie. EricaEffect.com is where you can get that hat.
The second point, probably more importantly to make, do you know the only nation of all the NATO allies who has ever benefited
It comes in a multitude of colors.
Us, when our allies stepped up to support us after 9/11. So it's going to take a while, and I have traveled out of the country a couple times since the election, and here's what I will say, and then we can move on to another subject. But one of the things that I also know from my work internationally is the strength of the relationship between nations. Yes, it is dependent on all of the things we've discussed. Yes, it is also dependent on the relationship between leaders. And I do believe what fortifies it most importantly is the sense of the connection between the people of nations. And that's where we all come into play. That's where we all come into play. So we're talking about the midterms. People around the world watch what happens in our elections, obviously, and not only the election for president. So the work that we, the American people, do around these midterms will be part of what we signal about what we care about and who we are, and that we in this room have not abandoned our connection to our ideals and principles and values, right?
And speaking of the midterms, because you've referenced, our NATO allies having, memories of the abuse of power, and I'm hoping after these midterms, abuse of power becomes a distant memory when we win back the House and the Senate, right?
But it's not going to be easy, guys. It's not going to be easy. They are throwing all kinds of obstacles in our way. That decision from the Supreme Court on the Voting Rights Act.
It's my next question for you.
Yo, great.
Yeah. So last week, the Supreme Court threw a devastating blow, right, hammering the Voting Rights Act. How do you think that's going to play into the midterm elections?
I think it's going to have a profound effect. You already have seen. Look, first of all, so I was interviewed recently, and they said the first question was because it was the day of it happening, and they said, well, when you first heard about it, what did you think? And because I was in California, we're on Pacific Standard Time, it was really early in the morning. And again, pardon my language, but so the first thing I heard about it was at the crack of dawn, and I was like, shit, I thought this was going to happen in June. I didn't think it was going to, because normally a lot of the big cases come down in June. Okay, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just pay attention. So, to answer the question, the midterms, why did they come down with this decision so early? To give all those states, you see what's happened, Mississippi, Tennessee most recently,
Clock it, Kamala.
so they could pull together what they need to do around redrawing their lines. You saw just what happened in Tennessee. To redraw those lines, to get those ballots printed for the midterms. Understand what's happening. I was in North Carolina. Let me tell you, I went to go visit a group of students because I'd been reading about how they're organizing around voting. These students attend North Carolina A&T. It is the largest HBCU in America. These young leaders have been organizing because the officials there took their polling place from the campus. So whereas we raise our children, especially when they hit that age, college age, whether they're in college or not, where we want them to set up good habits, we know that that's the stage at which you will develop your patterns for what you'll do in your life. So we want, don't we? We want that our young people will have as part of their pattern that they vote every election, whoever they vote for. They took their polling place. And then when I met with them, they shared with me, so they organized and went up to the Capitol to go speak. And do you know what they were told in the chamber? You only have 5 minutes. I'm not finished. You only have 5 minutes to leave. The arrogance of the brutality of this attack on voting rights. And so we should, by all accounts, based on merit, win the midterms. But it is not going to be easy. People say to me, well, you think they're going to cancel the elections? No, I don't. Because if you thought no Kings rallies were a big deal, people will definitely take to the streets. I don't think they're going to do that. What they're doing systematically is making it more difficult for people to vote. Look at the SAVE Act. So the SAVE Act that they keep pushing. So what that would do is for new registrants to vote, to prove your identity, you'd have to have a birth certificate or a passport. Well, passports cost at least $100 to get. So can you say poll tax? Right? If you are one of over 60 million women in America who changed your name when you were married, the name then on your birth certificate is going to be different than the name on your driver's license or your ID.
So Hector, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're watching like the Senate hearings, like the House Oversight Committee hearings, stuff like that, like those types of things, or when you hear politicians speak, right? Or like when they're talking to each other, do you sometimes in your mind say, you know what, that sounds like a goddamn TikTok debate? Yeah. Same.
Except they get away with a lot more misinformation.
That part, because we're not afraid to cuss them out, whereas because this is, like it's different. They can't just cuss them out. All right. But how many times have you heard people say this?
We don't have real fact checkers ready. That vexes me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they should be able to whip out their phone right there and then when it's your turn to speak. Hey, that thing you said, debunked.
Wrong.
Don't do it.
Wrong. They should be able to do that. What's this child asking for now? What? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm tired of Legos. I'm so tired of Legos. Everywhere I look, Hector, some Legos. Hello.
I love Legos. Let that man live.
It's some Legos. What?
Legos are lit.
He just got Legos on Tuesday. I won't say how much the Lego cost. I won't do that part. I just say it was a Star Wars Lego, right? And I kid you not, this kid got in the car today. Before he even said hi, you know what he said? I'm lying. I am not gonna lie on the bubs. He said hi first, and then I said, "How was your day at school?" And he said, "Good." Just like that, he said, "Good." I was like, "Okay, that's great to hear. What did you? Can we go get Legos?" Back to the video.
Man likes what he likes.
He just sent me a picture of Legos. Bruh, take his phone.
Have
Back to
fun going
Kamala.
through that bureaucracy to try and reconcile that. And it's already difficult enough to try and take time off, especially if you work in 2 or 3 jobs or you have 2 or 3 children. So this is what's at play. They're making it intentionally more difficult for people to vote because they know people are not stupid and are paying attention to the cost of gas and the cost of housing and the cost of this war and the cost of the brutality on vulnerable people who deserve to have a government that lifts them up instead of beating them down.
That part.
So let's get ready for this. This election upcoming in Nevada is going to be so important. Aaron Ford winning for governor is going to be so important. You winning all these state races, because, you know, so much of what's been happening is about this shift of power around local and state government. So while we always pay attention to the presidential, which we must, these local races, these state races around the country, and I will say, candidly, I think that's where, you know, the Democratic Party could have done much better around paying attention to local and statewide elections and issues and supporting that. Because that's where this is all coming. It's bubbling up from a long-standing agenda that they've had to invest in those areas so that now you have these state legislators who are doing things like telling those students at North Carolina A&T, you have 5 minutes to get out. So we have work to do, but we know how to do that work. We know how to do that work. It's like, good, okay, so this is our fight? All right, I got it, right? Just tell me what the fight is, and then I know what to put on, right?
Speaking of midterms, and what I see now is a room of fired up Democrats ready, right? Ready? And thank you for firing them up. And we get a lot of people asking us, what can they do? You know, people are frustrated and they want to know, what can we do? Yeah. Well, you can vote, right? But we obviously have midterms ahead of us. And here in Nevada, we have reproductive rights on the ballot again.
Yes.
It's the second time. We need to pass it this time. Yeah. We passed it the first time, but we need to pass it the second time to codify it. Right. So Nevada is a state that prides itself on protecting choice. And we've been doing that since Roe v. Wade was overturned. But we kept telling everyone, this isn't the end. They're going to keep coming after choice. They're going to keep coming after choice. And we saw that they just did again. So what would you tell people who want to get involved? What can they do right now in this moment?
Well, part of it is, again, the power that we, you know, okay, let me just step back. There's so much about this moment that has made people feel all those emotions, from anger to sadness to depression, frustration for sure, but has also made people feel hopeless and powerless and alone. And let's speak to that for a moment. You know, there is nothing that makes you know your strength and your power more than, you know how it feels when you help somebody out? Oh, it makes you feel good, doesn't it? And there's so much good that we can do, just neighbor to neighbor, that is about that, to just remind us of our power. And when we do it, and when we all do it, what that means in terms of strengthening community around, as much as anything, around hope and a belief that we are being seen and heard. There is the work that we need to do around, first of all, everybody just check your voter registration status.
Yep. Make sure you check that out,
in
please.
another state, remind them to do that. That seems like, oh, why would we do that? We've never had to worry about that before. Well, with all this business of them purging the voter rolls, not to mention how they've been going and taking ballots from various states, remind people, check your voter registration status. Make sure you check your polling location. Part of the game that they're playing, again, to make it more difficult, is this shell game, closing polling locations. So, your parents and your grandparents always voted at that elementary school down the street. And then on election day, if that's the only day they choose to vote, they'll walk down there and it won't be there.
Yep.
So some of the basics, too. Just let's check those things. Volunteer to be a poll worker. Volunteer on a campaign. Figure out how you can support candidates. And in that way, it is really, I will tell you, this is a total digression.
Right.
But
Everyone, go check your voter registration seriously.
For myself and others.
Especially if you moved.
And campaigning is fun, right?
Yeah,
You meet the
seriously
best
do that,
people.
especially
You meet
if you're
the
in Texas.
angels walking among us, right? There are babies that have been born because of my campaigns. Marriages and babies and all that, right? I see the young people. But, the bottom line is this, and I know we're running out of time. I firmly and strongly believe that when you feel powerless, you are powerless. And when you feel powerful, you are powerful. And we are powerful. And we are powerful. And so let's just show ourselves, each other, our power around the midterms and every day. And every day that we are seen, we see each other, that this is our country. We love our country, and we are going to fight for its ideals. We are going to fight for the dream. We know that that fight can be difficult, but we're not going to let them get in our head and defeat us, because there is so much at stake and so much good to be done.
Yep.
So thank you all.
Thank you, Vice President.
I think she changed her hair color. I like it.
Harris?
It looks lighter. I just like it. I don't know. I don't have my glasses on. I just like her hair color. But y'all, that was pretty cool. Thank you for letting us know about that, Hector. I appreciate you, friend. That's fucking awesome.
That's what I'm here for.
Shout out to Hector, y'all. It's friend. Man, we could have had her as president. That's all I'm just about that. Then we almost have it all.
Gas prices would still be low, carrying on from the lows at the end of Biden's administration. Healthcare would have been preserved. Our relationships would have been improved on. We could have seen the start of construction on 3 million new homes to bring down the cost. Actual immigration enforcement being passed in the legislative branch. Federal price gouging ban.
Then we almost have it all. We almost had it all. But no, you motherfuckers are racist. You don't like women. And you don't know nothing about politics. So there's that part. There's that. Okay? That. All right? Capitalism. Why am I like this, Hector?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows the sorrows I've seen. Nobody knows I don't know the words. Oh, the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrows. Ignorant populace is easier to control. I do agree with you, King Red. I do agree with you. And it makes it quite easy, all right, when you have people so susceptible to believe all of the misinformation and disinformation that is spewed. When you're able to take something that somebody says at face value and you don't do any research, of your own, then you know what? They got you, buddy. They got you. Because what? What? You just believe. Hector, are you still doing a thing? Are you still doing a thing, friend? I thought you were over 8K. Can we get okay? Okay, all right. Because Hector always takes care of me when I go over to his space. All right. I would like to hear Hector say some thank yous. All right. After my commercial break, I want to hear Hector say some thank yous. And let's get Hector up to 10,000 coins. Okay. Like, don't embarrass me, guys. Come on. What are we doing? Come on. You people can't handle the truth. Sure, Jan. All right. Sure. But guys, commercial break really quick. Self promo. All right. Self promo. Okay. By all means, can we please do a thing where we go to the ericaeffect.com, Erica Effect, that's with an E. All right. I'll scroll up so you can see it. It's the Erica Effect. So ericaeffect.com. And let's go ahead and get us some new shit, right? We got some new shit. All right. The new shit that we have is pretty fucking awesome. All right. Because what we have are the hat, right, that I'm wearing. Right here, it comes in navy, it comes in black, and even on the side, it's stitched too, and it's stitched. So embroidered is the word, embroidered, right? Take care of Hector, guys, take care of Hector, all right? And the navy and the black, and then also it comes in this pretty awesome spruce color, all right? Also the camo in which I'm wearing. And it comes in a natural tan color. All right. I think I'm going to get this one right here because it reminds me of the Miami Hurricanes. And I've always liked their color scheme. Okay. Because that's how you pick football teams, by the colors in which they wear. So there's that part. All right. So here we are. All right. But that's a new hat. The fuck are we doing here? I say it all the time. So I figured I'd put it in a hat. So why not? Right. Why the fudge not? Right. Right, guys, right? Okay. So there's that one. And then also shout out to Shauna, because my friend Shauna, AKA my head mod, AKA my girl's girl, okay, she was like, can you put hate makes you stupid on the hat? And I was like, bet I can. All right. Shauna's not here. So shout out to me because Shauna's getting a hat, but she don't know that yet. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's that, but hate makes you stupid. We got it on a hat. That one also comes in the same colors in black and in the navy and also the green. All right, and the camo. I want this one. I ain't gonna hold you. I really like camo hats. I don't know why. It makes me feel like I'm going hunting, even though I don't hunt. I just feel like I am. Moving on. Also, we have it in the natural colors, so pretty cool. So there's that. And we have Hate Makes You Stupid, the shirt. Awesome. I was playing around with different fonts, right? I was playing around with different fonts. And that's why I chose this one. But I think I want to do it. There's another one that I'm doing, right? And I can't wait to wear that tomorrow. I didn't want to put it on the site yet, but I can't wait to show you all that one. I really can't. I can't wait to show you all that shirt. It's going to be friggin' awesome. All right, friggin' awesome. And also, of course, we have the I'm Smarter Than a Trump Supporter shirt right here. Smarter Than a Trump Supporter. Comes in the navy, the gray, and the white, along with the black shirt. I have the black one. All right, I am Smarter Than a Trump Supporter, and it's embroidered. All right, and you can wear that one. That one's pretty cool. Shout out to the Gooch, because Gooch got one, and Mark got himself one the other day, too. So shout out to y'all. All right. And the anywho, remember with the eyes looking down? I said, fuck it, we going with it. All right. There's an anywho shirt. It's available in a woman's crop top. And also this shirt here is for the men's, but anyone can wear it. If you don't want a crop top, you can wear this one. All right. But it's right here in all of the colors. They didn't have this one in this color, the mineral color for men's, but if they did, that shit would go hard, right? And of course, I'll do all the good things, tees and the hoodies. The tees come in different colors, and the bra cap, the famous bra cap. Freaking love the bra cap. I need to get it in this color right here. I think Gucci has it in this color. She does. Gucci has it in this color, which is freaking awesome. All right. And I don't know who has it in a red color. But if you have it in a red, shout out to you. All right. And then I have every other color. Awesome. Okay, I have some to read. Okay, we'll do. All right, and we have mugs and the hoodies and all of the good things, guys. So check out ericaeffect.com and get yourself 15% off your order of $100 or more. All right, get yourself that. And then, all right, after you do that, I want you to go take a look at hectorshops.com. Go to Hector with 2 R's, shops.com and take a look.
They sent you some breaking news, by the way. Sorry, not to interrupt. I sent you some breaking news about Donald Trump's tariffs.
Oh shit! Really? They get to go away, don't they?
Federal court ruled that they misread the law and they're unconstitutional. 2-1 decision. 10%.
Boom! Fucking knew it. He cannot be applying tariffs all willy nilly. All right, the darn on Constitution already states who can apply tariffs. Good googly moogly. Hey, that's it. Hey, you want to promo your shop, friend?
Yes, really quickly. Let me say some thank yous. W's in the chat to Ashley, $55 Cash App for the Denounce Your Ginger Ale Hatred Fund. I absolutely will not. Ginger ale is not real ginger anything. Ginger beer is the only way. W's in the chat to Taffy for the $10 Venmo. W's for Ashwagandha Hector. Hell yeah, I haven't cashed out today. That's kind of why I don't want to go live.
That's what I was thinking. You sure you want to do that? I was like, are you sure you want to do it? You can do it, of course.
The shit is easier when I'm on a panel. If I go live and I'm running everything and somebody says the wrong thing to me, we're going to lose this Ashwagandha vibe.
That's how I feel. That's why I say it's easier to panel than it is to host.
I feel like it's going to be an hour live just because. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys for the donos.
Yeah.
In regards to my shop, hi, everybody. I sell merch because people like to scream and cry and complain about me getting donations because people like me and I have a personality. So you can go get something for your donation outside of what we already provide in edutainment, and you can get yourself some merch in the forms of pajamas, hats, t-shirts, shorts, sweaters, hoodies, and more. Shit, I forgot the mugs. I'll work on that tonight. So some of the lines are in the front. As it goes, this is the new line. We have the Hector Essentials, such as the New Testament Democrat. Quick explanation of that. It is in no way, shape, or form religiously affiliated, although you can if you're a Christian. I am not. Basically, think about it like this. God was pretty draconian before he had his son, and then he chilled the hell out. So you can apply it like that.
Jesus changed him.
Jesus changed him. And we've seen it happen with many fathers, right?
Yep.
I was thugging, I was this, I was that. Then my son came, then my daughter came, and I realized I had a different mission. You know what I'm talking about. So when I'm referencing a quote unquote New Testament Democrat, obviously we do not align with the Democrats of the past, or better yet, some people would even go as far as say the Dixiecrats, or now the establishment Democrats, the people that are holding progression back. I am a New Testament Democrat. I am a progressive, social Democrat, and these are the people that we are trying to elect moving forward to make this country better for everyone, including the people we can't fucking stand. So I put it on the t-shirt. Those samples are coming soon for myself. You'll see them displayed on the mannequin. Then, of course, one of my favorite lines, I think one of the ways we got to this point in the country is because we got too nice with people. I think it's okay to call people stupid. I think we need to normalize calling people stupid. Shame them. Because when you say stupid shit, you win stupid prizes. So that's in several colors as well. Then, of course, there's the 6,000%, another quip of mine, and everything else, such as the Kamala would never, 10 commandments, or the make 2 + 2 = 4 again line, because these niggas thinks it's 5.
That part.
Check it out. And if you use the discount code, that part. If you use the discount code, we all win. You get 10% off your entire order.
Boom. There we go. All right. And the 6,000% dad hat. Talk about it. Ooh, it comes in colors?
Oh, yeah. 100 isn't enough, so I say 6,000%. It came here, it's trademarked. Anyone else steals it, you know it came from me, and I will sue you to hell. So yeah, you want to say 6,000% on several different colors. Go and check that out. Got the t-shirts too. Unfortunately, the hoodie. There's a dope-ass tie-dye hoodie on there. Someone else actually got it. I don't know if they want me to say their name. And then they discontinued it the second I put it on the shop. I'm not happy about that one.
Really?
But the rest of the shit is cool.
That sucks.
Yeah, I literally was about to get my sample. I was mad as hell. It was fly too.
Damn.
It was so fly.
I remember you showed it off one time. I thought it was pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying.
You called your mom stupid the other day? That you wow. you must be grown.
Who? I called my mama stupid the other day. Shit.
Bruh.
Woo! Listen. I may tell my mom she's not fully using her brain with certain things. I may tell my mom to think a little bit clearly. I may tell my mom all kinds of things. You never go tell my mama that
I'm not
shit.
calling my mom that. No, absolutely not. Ain't no way. I would. Oh no, I don't. My mom would never do anything like vote for Donald Trump. Oh, that's neat. You have all your stuff up there. I want to figure out how to do that, Hector. That's cool. Oh.
That's all like a fourth wall connection. I'm not sure.
You can do it with Squarespace also. I just have to figure out. Ooh, the Kamala
it's not too hard.
Would never line. Kamala would never.
Kamala would never. Tell you, I'll get my sound. I want my royalties.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kamala would never.
Here's the famous Kamala would never hat. All right, get you one.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I just was wearing that one yesterday, and y'all have seen the hoodie. The hoodie, I love that hoodie. It's a clean hoodie.
Gucci messaged me. What do you want the bucket head to say? All right.
You know what the most sold thing is the Kamala would never line? The bucket hats.
It is really?
And then the t-shirts, yeah.
Okay, bet. Gucci said do bucket hats. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll give it some thought. But yes, please do support small business owners, all right? Because this is official. We are small business owners, all right? We pay taxes and everything. It's crazy, right? So please do support your small business owners, your TikTok small business owners, and also support Black business. Because why the fuck not? All right? Why the fuck not? That's all I got. Thank you all so very much. Remember, use the code WeAllWin, all right, at hectorshops.com for 10% off any order, and use just spend $100 over at my website, ericaeffect.com, and you can get 15% off. That's the best advertisement. I'm really good at this. The links are in the bios.
Do
Marketing.
all the things.
Do all the good things, guys. All the good things. Anywho, Hector, everybody go do the thing. What are you going to do? Because I got to go hang out with Matt. I know.
Is Matt live already?
Yeah. I'm about to go hang out with Matt.
All depends on who's live and if I can go panel whore with them.
Panel whore with them is funny as hell. That is funny.
You know what?
What?
I'm tired, boss.
You tired, boss? You going to get some boba? Is that boy food here? Okay.
Fuck you, Dan.
Dan. Hi, friend. Shout out to Dan Malik in the chat. I mean, he's
Dan said 5% is 5%.
That's $15. You guys saving $15. I just want to let y'all know that. $15. Okay. So, yes. But yeah, do all of the good things, guys. And I have to say a bunch of thank yous. Shout out to Mr. Melvin over on the tube for the $2 super chat. Mr. Melvin said, more of Kamala and less of MAGA is a good thing. Yes, sir, it is. It really, really is. It totally is. I agree with you, Mr. Melvin. Like, seriously, we could have had it all. We could have had it all, y'all. All right. Oh, yes. And Mr. Melvin, Juneteenth is a coming. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Also, we got more Black businesses to support, guys. We really, really do. All right. For your Juneteenth gear, go check out Mr. Melvin's website. All right. Let me make sure I give you the right address. The link is also in my bio, and you can still use code JUNEMOM30 to get 30% off. Not 30% being more than 15. That's crazy. Mr. Melvin's website is mag-2 I can't see 2628-myshopify.com. Again, that's mag-2628.myshopify.com. Go check out Mr. Melvin. All right, and let's do all of the good things. And remember to use code JUNEMOM30 to get 30% off, y'all. Like, shout out to y'all. Like, for real, support Black businesses. It does, doesn't it? It just keeps getting better. Shout out to Mr. Melvin. Hey, Mr. Melvin, I ain't gonna hold you. I like how you did that. Mr. Melvin said Juneteenth is coming. Stay on code. Stay on code. That's all I got to say. All right, so let me do this. I have quite a few thank yous to say. I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and knock out the remaining half of this goal here. And then what I want to do is I have to set a few things up over on the tube because we're about to go hang out with Matt. All right, a lot of you should already be over there, y'all. So great. But we're about to go hang out with Matt. And let's see. Kamala would never.
Kamala would never.
It's the Fun and Fast Show. Thank you, Auntie Bugsby. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Remember the Fun and Fact song that Hector loves so much? That song? Yeah. Kamala would never. All right, where is Matt? There's Matt and save. Okay, so tubers, I am sending you over to Matt. All right, so when we end, y'all will be going over to Matty Boy. So awesome. All right, let me get out of all of this nonsense. Okay, so Tube, you stay with me. We are going over to Matt is what we're going over to. All right, and so let's do that. And then Tit Talkers, what I want you to do is I want you, all right, to prepare yourselves to go over to Politics with Matt. So let me bring that up. All right, and I got to change it because we're not rating Hector, okay? We're not rating Hector. We're going over to Politics with Matt.
No, I'm going to be TikTok that.
Politics. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
No, everyone's lives are ass.
I gotta eat something or else. Oh, I hate when it does that. Don't you dislike when like you try to change it and it doesn't change?
It doesn't fix it. It will do the weird thing where it will expand randomly.
Yeah.
And you gotta, yeah.
That's so annoying.
Studio's way too buggy for the amount of time it's existed.
That part. All right, awesome. So guys, go say hi to my friend Matt. All right. I don't know. Drop some, I don't know what to drop in thing today.
I think you should say
who are the talking heads? I didn't know what he was
I don't
talking
know.
about.
Say Matt would never. Matt would never raid.
So Matt would never raid. You don't know Matt, do you?
I don't got nothing else.
Oh, okay. Because Matt would. He really would. Let's see. What's something? Oh. Put this in the chat. Just put who are the talking heads. I'm serious. Just say that. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So anywho, y'all, go say hi to my friend Matt. All right. I'm not even playing the outro tonight because it's not an outro. I'll literally see you all in like 2 minutes. All right. So go say hi to Matt. And donos, thank yous. I just got like 15 text messages. Thank you to Nina for earlier. Nina said, sent 5 and said, does MAGA, the party of protecting children, know that the admin is fast tracking deportations for unaccompanied children? Oh, but they're not citizens. So no, they do not know that. They do not know that. Yes, Auntie Bugsby, he is about that life. See, Hector don't know. Hector don't know. Yeah, I know that Matt used to live right across the street from Marcy. He did. No, he really did. All right. Oh, Taylor. Yes. Okay, Taylor, I probably won't get it, but I will send you an address. All right. So Taylor, if you could, my friend, if you don't have me on Discord, can you just message me up here on the TikToks and then I'll respond. But Taylor said, I sent $5 and said, because Black women's work ain't free. And girl, do you want me to send you the cupcakes or no? I do, friend. So we're going to fix that. Shout out to you, Taylor. Also, Cassie said, let me see. Thank you so very much. Shout out to you, Cassie. You said I don't have to read it out loud, but that sounds like it's open. Because I don't think you want me to read it out loud, I won't do it. But we do have to stop with the purity test. I do want to say that, friend. We definitely have to stop with the purity test. All right. Because the simple fact of the matter is unfortunately, all of them do. Whether directly or indirectly, they all do, sadly. Even some that you may think are your favorites, they all do. So there, that's what I would say to that one. But thank you very, very much, Cassie. All right. And let me make sure. Oh, we got a new order. Fucking Gucci. Shout out to the Gooch. Gooch got a hate makes you stupid hat. And the T and the hat. And the fuck are we doing? Gucci.
Shout out to the Gooch.
Shout out to the Gooch, man. It's always going to be black women. Always going to be black women. Shout out to the Gooch, y'all. Shout out to the Gooch. All right. Go say hi to my friend, Matt. I'm about to head on over there. Thank you to everyone who tapped that screen, who shared the live, who sent a dono, who reposted, who sent a GIF, I think, who, what else did you guys do? Sent a message, a chat, who kept the chat going. We haven't got Hector over 10,000, and I think that's rude. We're at 9.6.
You got 2 more of the magnets, though. I will shout out my top 10 gifters. Thank you, Valerie, Queen Sniper, Hughes of Bree, Gooch, T-Sweets, Sharanana, Nina, Bugsby, always Bugsby, hi Bugsby, Queen Not Latifah, and Maya. The rest of y'all are great, too. Thank y'all.
So awesome. So awesome. Thank you all so very much. All right. We appreciate each and every last one of you. All right. Keep doing all of the good things. Let's go say hi to Matt. And let me see here. Am I going to buy myself flowers tonight? I can buy myself flowers.
I think.
Right,
I heard you talk about a mango lassi, and I was mad because we were just talking about Indian food yesterday in the lassis, and you went ahead and did it, and I didn't. So I think I'm gonna go find me a mango lassi tonight.
You inspired me to get the Indian food. I was like, didn't Hector say something about Indian food? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get the goddamn Indian food. So I went and got it.
Did the lassi slap though?
It did. I got 2 of them. I had one yesterday, and then I had one today when I went live on YouTube only. You gotta try that, Hector. I know you're not a huge fan of the MAGA hunting, but try YouTube only.
I can't do it. I can't do that.
You can't?
We have 2 vastly different algorithms. I think you keep forget that.
Okay, I guess. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, just do it, man. God damn it. Shout out to me. Thank you, me, for the money magnet. Appreciate you, friend. I can love me. I can love me. I can love me better than you can. Y'all don't remember that song? That's how I went. No? Okay, I tried. Also, thank you to everyone. Oh, ain't shit. What did I miss? Everything. So yeah, go say hi to Matt, y'all. I'm about to go hang out with Matt for the 15th time. All right. And I'm really just trying to get Hector over 10. Like, what are we doing? I feel like y'all just playing in my face.
We right there.
And we're about to knock out the last gift goal. I really just wanted to see what the money magnets look like because it's a new gift. That's it.
I was about to say, whoever had me at 9.99 for the longest minute, you ain't shit.
Yay, thank you. Y'all are awesome. Fantastic. All right. We can go now. We can go.
When she step in the room, mother water.
I fucked my hair up and I don't know which side it's on because it's like reversed, so I'm confused. It's this way. Drop all the hearts in the chat, y'all. Drop all the hearts in the chat. All right. I'll be back tomorrow to do it solo. Thank you, Taro, for the stars, friend. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who put whatchamacallit over. I'm going to go ahead and end it on a tube. What the fuck am I trying to say? Thank you to everyone on YouTube who sent a gift, who kept the chat going, who liked the stream. All right. Y'all are friggin' awesome. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Go say hi to Matt, and we'll do that. But for